Hampton League Live.
For Baden.
Hampton League Live. Welcome to your live coverage of the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, right here on Streamer, Australia's premier community sports streaming platform. The best coverage of local footy and netball on the Great South Coast starts now. For Warrnambool-Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool. This is the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, live and free on Streamer.
The number one ticket holder is going to toss the coin, so that should be good.
Love it, Blackie. So a one-goal breeze heading towards the city end, according to Blackers, but it is about 26 degrees out there, Tildy and Hilly. Beautiful sitting in the back of the truck here. We must give a shout-out to the North Warrnambool Eagles. They look after us when we come out here,
yeah, it's super spot here today. Bit of shade for us. Sun's not in our eyes.
Magic. Absolutely, mate. Who's going to win?
I like the Roosters, mate. I do. I think Jay Rantel, Archie Stevens, their running power is going to be pretty important out there today. And I guess you throw in the loss of Vardy. To me, it's probably South Warrnambool. But in saying that, as I said before, North Warrnambool underdogs, not much to lose. So if they get themselves involved early, we should have a really good contest.
Yeah, I'm in the same thought process. I've sort of been on South this week as well. I like their process, their structure, and I think obviously adding two VFL listed players that are in super form in the VFL. Archie's been playing really, really well for Carlton, and Jay's had some really good games for Geelong as well. So I like what they're doing there. Good to see Jackson Grundy back too. He's looking in sharp form. He looks like he's had a really good pre-season, looks fit and firing, and I think the game can be close.
Yep.
And I reckon North know how to play this ground to ensure that there's not much separation. There's a bit of bogging up in that forward line if the ball goes forward for South. So they'll play to their strengths, and they've got many a strength still, but I think just the Roosters at the moment.
A bit of a different look than South Warrnambool's back line without Sam Thompson and Harry Lee playing. They're so reliable. Exactly. Three very reliable players missing from that back 50.
Still got a couple of good ones down there too, don't they? You got Mullen and also Trent Williamson. Yeah. I reckon Trent Williamson's still to this day probably the only bloke I reckon in the last 6 or 7 years I've seen stop Sam Dobson.
Yeah, true. And I guess you got the rebound of Paddy Anderson off half back there too. He's played down there quite often in the last couple of years, premiership player. So they seem to lose a player, but they've always got an able replacement, don't they?
And they pick him up, that is for sure. Alan Blackburn, who won the toss, mate?
The Roosters won the toss, kicking down to the Mortlake end, as I said, probably one goal. And I think Flynn Atchison played all right last week. He can pick up a tall forward as well, so he's added a bit to the back line.
He's got a few stickers too on him, since he last left the Roosters. I reckon he's got a few tattoos.
He plays cross half back, does he?
Yeah, had a very good year with Maryvale last year, and they've been playing in the Ballarat Football League before that.
Okay.
Got some ability, don't worry about that. So, of course, the son of Johnny Atchison. Johnny was a good player back in his day as well. So, it's going to be a good one. I'm going with the Roosters too. No Vardy. That's a big one for me. Coming out here, I was probably thinking I was leaning towards the Eagles, to be honest. But with no Vards, I think it's just they just lose that little bit of firepower around the contest for mine. The North Warrnambool Eagles. Blackers, who are you with?
Yeah, same thing. Couple of good VFL players in for the Roosters. No Vard, so it makes it tough. Look, it'll be close. I reckon the Roosters just over the line. Not much in it though.
Going to be a good game. It's a great day for football out here, of course. The sun is shining. An expected top of about 29 degrees. You will not get a better day for football out here this afternoon at Bushfield. The ground is looking tip-top. Players getting out into position now. Can we expect a little bit of fire in this one? Bit of vigour, boys? What do you reckon?
Tempest could throw a little bit as the game progresses, I think, because hot conditions, you get fatigued pretty quickly, and people generally have a short fuse. Yeah. So, we'll just see how it pans out.
He's got a bit of strength coming to the bench. I'm really interested in young Leo Ellerton. They tell me he played very well last week. Good young kid. He's only 17 years of age, 16, 17. So, son of Murray.
Okay, yeah.
And Josie. He's certainly going to be one to watch.
Nick Thompson
this afternoon. Nick Thompson.
He's there. Flash boots he's got on there, Stewie. Those aqua blue boots.
Very, very flash too, aren't they? So umpire. Looks like umpire Lockheed in control this afternoon. He's about to get things underway. It's going to be Monk in the ruck.
Wines.
Looks like Adam Wines is going to ruck for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So they said they were going to go with that maybe 4-man on-ball contingent. That is what they're going to do. Let's get things underway. Hampton League Live footy.
Here we go, Monk and Adam Wines, unfamiliar position for the captain of the Eagles. Coming through there was Stevens and got the quick handball out straight away. Gets it towards half forward. Luke Wines looking to try and gather. Putting under pressure there was Callum Grundy. Here they go through hands by Cobb to Noski. Kicks it towards centre wing. It's going to be a little bit past his teammates on that centre wing, and it's a boundary throw in. So, a good early centre clearance there by South Warrnambool. Archie Stevens in the thick of it. Tildy.
Yeah, he sort of wrapped up and got his way out of it, didn't he, Hilly? He's a quality player. We have Scobell down there on Beck, so we've got that match up right, boys.
So it's going to be Wines in the ruck. If you're joining us, no Nathan Vardy this afternoon. Wines uses his body well. Taps down. Good quick kick comes through. Handball comes out. Going back there was Grundy. He gets a kick further afield. Wrapped up there is Lewis. Gets the handball away. Luke Wines is going to gather now for the North Warrnambool cross half back as he mops up, and he does so well. Kicks a grubber. Goes to Lewis. He was dispossessed without it. Well done there by Irving. Coming through there was Lenahead. Could have been taken without the football. Umpire says no holding the pill, and the resultant free kick will go to the North Warrnambool Eagles, and it's that man, Luke Wines. Kick not good.
We'd like those two kicks back, Stewie.
Oh, wouldn't he? White has been cut off by that man Nicholson. Geez, he had a good start last week. Did the Prince. Looking fit, looking sharp. That raking left foot kick goes forward. Bex is the target. They got some firepower up forward. Bex and Kelly. Lewis reading it well, but going nowhere. There's a nice tackle in the end too by little Ollie Smith.
He had 9 last week, Ollie Smith, so that forward pressure is going to be huge for South this year. Obviously, Couch had 6, Smith 9. They're going to be attacking the football pretty hard. Here's Archie Stevens. Step start inside forward 50. Beck's out in front. Oh, good mark there taken by Keys.
Courageous.
Yep. That's a Peter Bolsh-Bridgestone play of the day contender. It was an absolute ripper. So Adam Wines with the ball. He'll transfer it into the pocket to find Jared Lewis. Short by a foot. It's not bad. Finds Xavier Harris, who come on in leaps and bounds in 2024. Now the Eagles. Grundy. We'll play on. He'll go long down the line, looking for a target. It's a good one to Zach Everill. Kicked 3 last week. Looks to play on, trying to get that spare teammate. Intercepted in the end. And that was taken there by Smith. Rose it was. A short kick there by Rose was effective. Stevens gets it ball moving. Nice one there, and he finds Atchison. Back to the club after some time away. Had 12 marks last week. One of their best players, the Roosters, and you'll look to get things moving for South Warrnambool.
Yeah, good young kid as we touched on the pre-game. Atchison swings it into Nicholson. He swings on that left boot. Oh, it's a helicopter. Going to come off though. Henderson goes backwards. Nice handball in the end. That was to, it was Rantel. Goes back to Williamson. Williamson, big long kick forward, but to no one in particular. The ball goes out of bounds, and we are going to have a ball up. Good young kid, Jed Henderson. He had a sensational season last year, didn't he, Till?
Yeah, super, mate. And he's got that height, and he's also got that mobility, mate. Enables him to play in various positions.
So it's going to be this time Shannon Bex going up against an undersized Adam Wines in a ruck this afternoon. He's nice and strong, though. Bex wins that one down pretty comfortably. Holding the man there. I think the free kick's going to go. It's going to go to the Roosters. Yes, it is. And it's going to go to Ollie Smith, who's going to go back and have the first shot on goal of the afternoon for the South Warrnambool Roosters, about 30 metres out on a slight angle. Right in front of us here.
Some rotations happening already, Stewie.
Oh, she's a warm day.
She's on and off.
They are going to be blowing some of these boys at the end of this contest. It is a hot one out here at Bushfield this afternoon. So Smith comes in, strikes it. Not too bad coming back, but it's going to come through for a minor score, I believe. Yes, just sneaks in from behind. That's the first score of the afternoon on the Solomons, Blinds and Carpet scoreboard. The Roosters 1 behind 1 point. Eagles yet to score.
So short kick in's good via Lewis. Finds Jackson Grundy being busy early. Looks to kick it out just on the paint of the 50. That was a nice one in the end. So that was Will Brennan back in the side. Didn't play last week. Here's Keese. That's Tom Keese. He's at half back, just flooding back numbers into the gap. Kick has to be good. It's out wide, just past McKinnon, and the turnover there, and Harry Muck will get the result free kick. Blackie, let's go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, Sam Kelly just come off, having a little bit of work on his right hamstring, so and a bit of back related as well. So just a precaution, I think, at this stage.
Oh, Grundy, he got the intercept mark, and then he got the kick, and then it was back into his hands. Here they go through Sam McKinnon. Inside 50, a plethora of Rooster numbers. Good punch away there by Mullen. Hard ball get to be there. Running hard towards it, there was Atchison. He was clever by hand. He gets it to Paddy Anderson. And he'll just put it on the boot down centre wing. Retreating here are the Eagles. Can they get the ball in hand? They can. Now looking to work it back to Lewis. He'll go short, and he does it nicely to Keast. Gets it back to Bailey Keast. He'll bring the bounce inside the centre square. Dribble old kick. Out in front there was Harry Keast. There's a plenty of Keasts out here this afternoon. Still in the hands of the North Warrnambool Eagles. The kick has to be good to Brennan. It is by O'Brien. And they just need to settle things down near the Eagles.
Yeah, they certainly do. The pressure's been nice and hot to start this contest. Brennan squares it up to Adam Wines, goes out further afield to Grundy. Beautiful kick. He's got some space in front of him. He'll run to 50. Little chip kick in the pocket. And on the end of it, Zach Efrel. Good football. And that's that VFL pre-season. That was a good build-up by the Eagles. They squared it up. And they're going to get their first shot on goal, Tilt.
He's hit a couple of nice passes so far, Grundy, hasn't he? He's been super impressive. He's got that little bit of breakaway speed too.
He's got the Mark Zanotti haircut here too, Zach Efrel. The wild man from Borneo. Kick goes straight through the middle. And a great start for the youngster. And Everell scores the first goal of the afternoon. And the Eagles go to one straight 6. South Warrnambool 1 behind 1 point. That's on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard. Tildy, good finish.
Yeah, it was. Nice kick for goal. I think Adam Wine's going to be pretty interesting to see how he plays this ruck roll. Xavier Mills mentioned they're going to try to play as a fifth on ball. It's noticeable already that he's trying to get around the ground and get a few possessions around the ground. I think he was involved in that chain of play, getting the footy out to Grundy. So pretty impressive start by the Eagles.
Very smart player, Adam Wines.
He is. Yep.
He knows when he needs to go back. He'll know when he needs to scoot off just from the, get that little bit of separation to create something. So a good start there by Everell. That's his 4th goal of the year. Kicked 3 last week. Ball back in the centre. Monk's got the clear jump at it. Gets the tap down. O'Brien reads it nicely. Keast exits the handball out to Grundy. Back into a teammate and O'Brien. Centre half forward. Plenty of numbers coming through. Henderson couldn't quite take the mark in the end. Keast wraps up the Roosters. A true centre half forward. That was Atchison. And we'll have a throw up. So some good centre work already by the Eagles in that passage of play anyway.
They seem to be like almost conceding in the centre in the throw up and just playing that kick on ball.
Yeah, correct. Getting that ground ball. So Monk uses his strength, got the tap down, trying to retrieve it. There was Jay Rantel. Plenty of players around the contest, including Archie Stevens, and no one going anywhere. We'll advance probably 5 metres to about 45 out from the Eagles' goal. So let's try it again. The Eagles kick the first one through Zach Everell. They lead by 5. 7 minutes gone in this first term on the league contracting time clock. And again, not going too far. Another tackle. Another step for a tackle. We'll go to you, Matt.
Alan Blackburn, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions. Blackie, gee, she's warm.
It is warm, mate. Nice in the shade. But North got a knack of getting the loose man over the far side. They've done that a few times, so they play the ground pretty well, don't they?
There's Grundy, coughs it up. All copping one there was Dye. I think it was just a little bit of kind of friendly fire. I think he went after the football, and he's a little bit slow. Just keep an eye on that one, Blackie. All thanks to Croydon Pharmacy.
He's holding his head, so
I think he might have caught one in the midriff, mate.
Yeah.
Just in the bread basket, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's holding that down there as well. So.
He's a little bit sore, and he's just taking a few deep ones.
It's just a hard tackle, and it was all fair and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a lot of give in the deck when you hit it at a bit of force.
He's a bit stiff too. He only just come on the ground, Jackie Dye too, so he's a little bit stiff.
Harry Monk's coming off for Big Shannon.
Big Shannon literally had a minute rest then for the big fella.
Yeah. Unbelievable talent, Bex. Like last week for a big bloke, he had 26 touches. He kicked 2 goals too. He had 15 hit-outs and 8 inside forward 50s.
And he's probably played 70% of the game inside.
Arguably, he's probably the best player in the comp, isn't he? With just his size and what he's able to do. He's unbelievable, Shannon Bex.
He's close.
So Bex is going to go up again. So Adam Wines going to have a big task today. Wins this one down, Wines. He's very strong.
Yeah, he doesn't lack in physicality.
No. He pumps plenty of bars. Winesy. And they're not going to ragdoll him around this afternoon, that is for sure. So ball's about 55 metres out. And we've got another ball up here. So this time it'll be Bex against Wines again. It's going to be a wrestle fest, I reckon, this afternoon. There's Keast, Lenahan, ball going nowhere again. Who's going to chop out Adam Wines, do you reckon, boys, in the ruck?
Lockie Wines, I reckon.
Lockie will.
And Everell, they said Everell might have a crack as well, so.
Here he goes again, Wines. coming through there. Oh, that was a good gather. Oh, good play. Stepping through a little bit of traffic there was Liam Anders. He had a great kick too. Nearly on the end of it there was Lockie Wines. He gets a handball further afield that time to Sammy McKinn on that left foot kick out to space. Good spoil. Ball stayed in. No, it hasn't gone out of bounds on the far outer side, and we will have a ball up. So the Eagles won straight 6. Roosters won behind 1 point. That is on the Solomons Flooring and Bryan scoreboard, and we have ticked over 10 minutes on the league contracting time clock.
As we expected, Tildy, a lot of contested possessions and a lot of not a lot of avenues to try and get the ball out easy.
Not a lot of space, Hilly. No, never is at North Warrnambool. There's a lot of numbers around the contest, mate.
Wines, Becks in the contest. That was Lockie. Here they go. South Warrnambool for a chain of handballs there to Paddy Anderson. Kicks it long down the line, Kelly direction. Wines filtering back, trying to create something there for the Roosters.
Hey, Hilly, Liam Anders, is he a local boy?
Yes, played the last couple of years, played under 18s and some reserves footy last year. And
impressive couple of sides.
Yeah, and beautiful left foot kick too.
Looked very good getting through traffic.
I think that's one that the Eagles are looking forward to seeing play a lot more senior football.
Looks to have a bit of polish, mate.
Yep, absolutely. No, good kick, Liam Anders, and expecting some good things from him this afternoon and through 2025. So ball's on the half-forward line for South Warrnambool. And we're just waiting for the boundary throw in to occur. Wines and Becks, a couple of the key position players. They come out. Kick by Gallishan, goes inside forward 50 and just goes out wide. We'll have a boundary throw in. Blakey will head down to you all thanks to B&B Furniture.
I think North will be happy with how things are going so far. They've had most of the ball, most of inside 50s, and South keep kicking it over that far side all the time, so I think North will be pretty happy with the start.
They would be, and it's a bit of a nil-all draw at the moment, but as I say, I think it's all going to come down to who's got the legs, the running their legs at the end of this game, because it is a very, very warm one out here at Bushfield this afternoon. Big boundary throw in that time. Kelly just grabs it straight out of the ruck, gets a handball forward. There's Gallichan. He looks super fit. He's done some marathons in the off-season. He's going to get the resultant free kick, I think. Yes, he is. As I said, looking sharp is Corey. Got the bright boots on too.
How would you go in them, Stewie?
Nah, make you look quicker though.
You were quick that day at Maryvale, running down the ground.
Kick comes forward. Big fly that time. Goes through the hands of Snooze Wines. Gathered by Nicholson. The Prince. He's so dangerous around goal. And Nicholson delivers for the Roosters. And that's their first of the afternoon. They get a 1-1-7. Eagles 1 straight 6. Solomon's Flooring and Bryan scoreboard. You can't give him any latitude because he'll just tear you to pieces, Tilt.
Gets his hands on the footy inside 50, you're in trouble. Quality player, has been for a long time. A few Synod account stats, boys. So 5 inside 50s for the Roosters till 4 for North Warrnambool. So in that regard, pretty even as the scoreboard is at the moment, lads.
Ball back in the centre. So 1 point the difference. And Nicholson just being his absolute Nicholson best. Goes, and I love this, doesn't rest up forward or rest in the bench.
Been there the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely has. So he's a very, very good player, one of the best we've seen in the Hampton League for the last decade, that is for sure. Big jump from Becks was good to Irving. Rantel there at the ground ball, trying to gather it there was Cobb, who was good to Jackson Grundy. Centre half forward the destination, but chopping it off is Henderson. Such a hybrid player, Henderson. Such a tall player, but can play that ground ball or that high ball pretty well.
Plays on talls and smalls.
He does. Really. Here they go, Harry Keese. Good to see him back. Gets handball out. Looking for Xavier Harris. Looks to centre the football via foot. 2-on-1 Everall. Everall did well. Tried to push it forward. He's been legs. And a free kick's going to go to Zach Everall and a focal point for 2025 for the Eagles.
Got a good future, this kid.
He played in the wing last year when we watched. Yeah,
he did.
Good hands.
He did.
Yep.
So he'll have a set shot 25 metres out, almost directly in front to give the Eagles back the lead. And that was some good play there by a couple of experienced campaigners around the ball in Wines and Grundy and Cobb.
Been impressive, Cobb, early in this contest.
Well, he's in their best last week.
Looks to step up.
Yeah.
So Zach Everall, for his second of the day, 25 metres out, comes in and he splits the centre. Great kick from the number 27. And they go to 2-1-13. 2 straight 12 North Warrnambool. 1-1-7 is the South Warrnambool Roosters, and that's 14 minutes gone on the league contract in time clock.
I was impressed with this kid. I thought he was stiff not to get a game in the grand final. I think I thought he was that kind of player last year, to be honest, with that little bit of X factor, and can cause a few headaches for his overhead ability.
I think we wrapped him up a couple of games we saw last year. We were pretty impressed, and that goal there was just a good effort, perseverance. Second and third effort, stuck to it. I think he was outnumbered at the beginning of that play, so he's got 2 on the board, confidence to be up.
I reckon too. I just watched that last one. I said they haven't gone to each other here, but I thought Keith might have been playing pretty tight on Nicholson as on cue. He gets it out to Irving Nicholson. Good pressure. Irving gets a quick kick forward. There's Smith. He gathers. Handball over the top. There's Nicholson again. So he's doing the damage at the moment for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Comes in. Good pack forms. Scouting there was Galachan. He kicks around the body. Sitting underneath the football. Good fist in the end from Luke Wines. And that was Jay Rantel for the South Warrnambool Roosters. I reckon Big Vars, you reckon he'd be watching the live stream at home, boys?
Absolutely.
Probably with the volume down.
He might be sending messages to the coaching group just saying we need to tighten up here and do this. He would be for sure, the big fella. Short kick. Nice kick it was that time by Wines to Cobb. He wants to get it back to Wines. Little chip kick over the top to his brother Adam.
Just does it effortlessly, doesn't he, Luke Wines?
Just racks them up.
Yeah. And he's so good.
He just steps through a bit of trouble, gets himself into a bit of trouble, goes back to his brother Adam now. Squares it up further afield to Lewis. Beautiful kick. He's got a running Keast if he wants to use it. Goes short. Kick not good. Cut off that time by Rantel. Was it play on? No, it wasn't. Looking for 50. About 55 metres out, Jay Rantel. Kick goes forward into the pocket. Bex on the end of it. Oh, good mitts. What's happened? The umpire hasn't blown anything. Boundary hasn't blown anything. Was it over? We don't know what's happened here. Bit of confusion. Umpire Lucy Howland. She's saying it was a mark. And Shannon Bex will go back and have a shot. That was a good grab by the big man. Good kick too.
He was under immense pressure. That was a super mark.
So Bex, this is kickable for Shannon. Right in front of his old man scoreboard, the Solomon Blinds and Carpets. He's got picked to play for the Ashes, Bexy, the over 60 Ashes. Comes in, kicks on its way. It's bending back, no. They liked it, the Roosters faithful, but it goes through for minor score. So 1-2-8 South Warrnambool. Eagles 2 straight 12. And that is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard.
What are your thoughts, Tildy? Sort of 17 minutes in, and obviously, 5 points, 3 points of difference.
Lively, a very even contest, played at a pretty quick pace, Hilly. I think both sides are sort of suffering a few turnovers there. They're back 50 at the moment, mate.
So the kick from Brennan slipped through the fingers there of Lanahan. Or was it Irving? Good tackle, Irving. That's holding the ball. A Peter Bolsh Bridgestone play of the day from Maxi. And he'll go short via foot. Has to be good. Punched away from Thompson. The contest has just lit up a little bit after that tackle there. Harris got the handball out. Plenty of players around that contest. Rhodes in there trying to keep it alive. So is Nick Thompson, the veteran. And seeing it over as Liam Bishop, a new player for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So a 3-point margin. 17 and a half minutes gone on the league contracting time clock.
Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matco Hire in season 25, and it's the Warrnambool Blues taking on the Port Fairy Seagulls of the Reed Oval. We say very good afternoon to Mick Finnegan. How are you, Mick?
Yeah, good boys. Yeah, going well. Beautiful day here at Warrnambool, and there's probably a 3-goal breeze heading down to the hockey end, and Warrnambool off to a good start. They're 3 goals straight 18 to Port Fairy 3-2 20.
Good game of footy up there, mate. How's Gary Rowan got today so far, Mick?
Yeah, Gary's got one there, and Imperial fourth ran a good second. Nearly just got fifth, boys.
I know, you did tip me that last night, Mick. You're on fire with the horses at the moment, mate. Well done to you, big fella. Cobden taking on Koroitz. We're going to go down to Ants. Marty now covering that one for us this afternoon. Ants, as we say, good afternoon.
Yeah, mate, conditions good down here. No really wind to speak of. But at the moment, it's the 21-minute mark and scored a 4-5-29 to Cobden 1-1-7.
Beautifully done, Ants. Great to have you back on the coverage in season 2024 and back here. Jackson Couch has taken a nice grab for the South Warrnambool Roosters in game number 2. He's little Oscar Stewart's homeroom teacher, I think, Couchy. Oscar doesn't mind him either, Hilly. He said he's a pretty cruisy teacher, which is good.
Good player as well, and he'd know this ground pretty well. He played out at North Warrnambool for a couple of seasons too, Couchy, so a nice mark. And he's a very exciting goal kicker at times as well. So a kick from 30, and this is to give the Roosters back the lead. Comes in, gives it everything, but just pushes it right to Hildy and a minor score. So they've had some opportunities, the Roosters.
Yeah, they have, Hildy.
Just haven't quite converted as yet, but it's only a 2-point ball today.
Is Couch like a multiple premiership player at Naranda? Did he play at Naranda?
He did play in Naranda last year. I think he might have played the last 2 flags, but I know he definitely played last season.
Yep, okay. Looks a handy pickup.
Yeah, played at Blackburn before Naranda and obviously had some time at North Warrnambool a couple of years ago as well. And yeah, he was a very good player at the Eagles when he was out here at Bushfield. Noski with a kick in duties. Roosters might have just got pulled off the ball there, but didn't get picked up. Here they go, Wines. Handballs to Adam Wines, and he's wrapped up, not going anywhere. And we'll have a stoppage on the attacking side of centre wing for the South Warrnambool Football Club.
For Sydney Accountant stats, Hilly, I have the South Warrnambool for 9 inside 50s, North Warrnambool 5 at the moment.
Yeah, so 5 inside 50s for, 9 inside 50s for 5 scoring shots. So they're making the most of the opportunities when they get in. They're just probably not kicking the goals that they would like.
Yeah, 5 scoring shots to 2.
So here they go, contested football here at Bushfield. Anders gets it into the forward 50 where there's some open space. Everall trying to chase it down. Oh, good work in the end there by Leo Allerton, the youngster. And a beautiful kick to Paddy Anderson on the left half-back flank to get it out of trouble.
Allen's a good kid, one to watch, boys. He's come through the kids' ranks very, very good. He's a standout. Good play that time by Wines. That was lucky. Free kick's going to go. He's going to go to the Eagles.
I like the look of Anders, boys.
Good player, mate.
Even that kick there, like it wasn't a pretty one, but it was just to get into space and territory.
Yeah, he just looks dangerous when he gets the footy.
I can't quite pick up who this is on that far outer side.
Xavier Harris.
Might be Xavier Harris. Yes, it is. Well spotted, Hilly. Kick goes forward. Big fist coming through there. Was young Allerton. Gathered by Dye. Gets it to Irving. His kick was smothered. Coming through was Grundy. Picked up there by Archie Stevens. Runs. Has a bounce. All over the top. The Couch. Swings around that right boot. Kick's been cut off. That time Noski goes back. Further afield to Scoble to Wines. Kick just misses the target again, but Adams good enough. Gets it to Keast. Goes further afield. Everall. Got that long locks, Everall. That Mark's a naughty look about him for mine. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Gee, Adam Wines' hands were good on the up there, weren't they? Off the turkey. He made his proper. Look a little bit better than what that kick actually was.
They're good, any Wines in the first quarter.
They both have, yeah.
Hey, Blake, you've been impressed with Zach Everall and the way he's presenting at the footy as I guess someone who probably hasn't played a lot of key forward.
I was just going to say that, Hilly. He presents well, doesn't he? He looks dangerous every time he goes in there. He's got a bit of pace too.
So nice bit of work there from O'Brien to Grundy. Now it's Harris again. He's had a fair bit of the footy in this first quarter. Wines takes a nice mark, body on body.
Good mark.
And he'll have a set shot just inside the forward 50, so about 48 metres out.
With the coach not playing today, he's really stepped up and showed some strong leadership early in this first quarter.
Yeah, agree. So Adam Wines, what a great player he's been, whether it's forward, back, midfield. He's been a star for the Eagles for such a long time. He gets it to his brother Luke, who's a running player. It's a floater. Punched away there by the Roosters. Gathered. In the end, they're going to work it back. Adam Wines has the ball in hand. Goes short to the pocket. Oh, Everall, just too much on it for him, and a nice mark taken in the end for the Roosters, and that was Atchison. So they'll go across the goal face. They've got to work hard to keep it in. They do through Allerton, who got the handball out. Did well. Smothered kick by Harry Keast. Well read again there by the Roosters. Another smothered kick. Everall, short kick. Can he find a teammate? Good defensive work. He's pulled in the mark, has he?
Lawrence, I think.
No, I reckon it's a dead ball. I reckon they're going to throw it up umpire McNaughton.
He might have thought he had the grab and then realised that touched the deck. But I'll tell you what, if Vards watching at home, he'll be happy and impressed with the pressure of the North Warrnambool Eagles. There was 3 smothers there in a row. Another one comes in. There's Grundy to Keast. Left foot kick off, nothing. Everall's going to be the target. Oh, he's pulled it in. Oh, no, not quite. Gee whiz, that would have been a cracking grab. What's happened here? Free kick off the ball. It's going to go to the Roosters. Might have been a little bit of a back chat, I think. So the free kick's going to go to Allerton. That is Leo. He's in 2 minds. Told to play on now. Safest option is to kick down the line out wide. Beautiful kick at the end to Atchison. Oh, he's called 50 there. There wasn't much in that. Anyway, resultant free kick. Blackies, we go down to you. All thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Movement and Mobility Solutions.
15 minutes in the third quarter over at the Barossa, or wherever they're playing. The Kangaroos 69, the Gold Coast Suns are 62. So going all right, Tilt.
Yeah, well, they had to respond after last week, Blackie. That was pretty disappointing performance last Saturday night.
Yeah, it was.
That's all right, the Kangas. Kick comes forward there, chopping it off Lewis. Jeez, he's a good player. Good
to see him still playing, Stewie.
Amazing, mate. He's had a sensational career.
One of our favourites for a long time.
Yeah, just lives up the road. He's a good man too. Beautiful kick. Further afield to McKinnon. So ball's on the far outer side here. Eagles lead by 2 points. 2 straight 12. 1-4-10. South Warrnambool. Fist away. Always a lot of pain that far outer side out here at Bushfield. Kick comes forward. Bouncing ball. Going to bounce into Everill's hands. Good gather. Good tackle by Williamson. And you just got that feeling he's looking dangerous, Zach Everil, isn't he?
He does. Forward. He does. And he's playing very much as an isolated forward out there too. They've pushed all their numbers up the ground. A little bit of spacing behind him. Big
Aussie Osborne just sent me a message saying he kicks a bit better than the old man too. Probably a good thing.
Good tackle there. So the pressure around the ball, around the stoppages has been strong from both sides. Williamson, I like him, Tilt. I really do. I think he's just such a good lockdown defender who doesn't give you an inch.
It's reliable, isn't he? Yeah. Doesn't make many mistakes. Doesn't usually get a bag kicked on him.
So the throw up there, Wines did the ruck work. That was Lockie. And the ball not going anywhere. So we've got, 3 Keiths and 4 Wines making up.
Amazing, isn't it?
A couple of Grundys, is there?
A couple of Grundys, yep. Yeah. So that's 9 of the 22.
Yep.
Occupied by 3 surnames, and they're all very good players in their own right. Lockie Wines, ruck contest, Atchison in there, and not going anywhere again. So Blackie, some good pressure around the ball from both sides. They're just not giving each other any room or length to get it out.
Yeah, not many rotations going on either, Hilly, when the ball's been over the other side. So pretty tough to get a rotation. And they've got the washers there. So that's Warrnambool. When they come back, they get a cold washer over the back of the neck.
Jeez, it never happened in your day, Blackie.
Nah.
Gee whiz, amazing. You get them at the massage joints, about it, just a little cold washer.
Helen Boyd.
Just to keep you nice and cooled off. Free kick's going to go here. It's going to go to the Roosters, is it? It's going to. Is he called the wrong way?
Directed the wrong way, I reckon.
There wasn't much in it either way. I think it's gone against Big Harry Monk. It's going to go to
important.
Lockie Wines.
27-minute mark of the first quarter. It's been very important. Gets her out to a 10-point lead, nearly.
He's got the nice big blue boots too. He's gone back a long way too. This is going to be a big Benny Brown run up.
He's a big kick, Lockie. Big kick. Kick 3 last week.
Can you back him in from here, Hilly?
Oh, right. He'll make the distance. Absolutely.
Going to kick from about 35 out, Hilly. So
I hope so. He's got the trip.
Just pulled to the right. As soon as we give him a wrap, we put the moz on him, don't we? It's amazing.
Sinner count stats, boys. 10-all for inside 50s.
This is young Sammy Rhodes now. A lot of young kids here in this South Warrnambool outfit. Plays on, kicks straight down the middle of the ground. They go straight down the guts. Oh, reading that beautifully well. That's a Peter Bosch Bridgestone highlight of the day contender from the Chop. Jared Lewis squares it up to Brennan. Brennan now. He's got Noski running for him. He's trying to create a little bit of run from behind the football. Everill's a target. Just goes through his hands that time. Wines is in there. Everil could have been driven into the ground. Roosters now with numbers through Galachan. Far out of sight. Kelly's going to fly. Eagles got plenty of numbers back though, and one of those is Lewis. Handball just misses the target of Wines, taken high, and he'll get the resultant free kick.
Some play over this side of the ground would be handy, boys.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
So Lukey Wines, I reckon on the Sinner account stats, he would have had 10 touches easy.
Yeah, I reckon he's racked up 10 to a dozen probably. Hilly probably hasn't been quite effective today with his disposals.
You'll look for brother. The big fly from the Roosters. Well read by Sam McKinnon. Goes inside Everall. Too much on the kick for him. And just working his way back to try and clean up there is Williamson. He does. And Allerton's happy to concede a minor score. So 2-2-14 North Warrnambool. South Warrnambool 1-4-10. And that's on the Solomon Flooring and Blind scoreboard. A tight one here between the two grand finalists of 2024.
I think they'll be pretty happy with the start, the Eagles boys. They're right in the game, which, you know, what we said in the preview, as long as they get themselves in the game early on.
So ball comes forward. Reading it well there was Noski. He goes further and further, winds, kicks down. Good mark too. I mean,
they're actually doing a good job of nullifying Shannon Bex's influence at the moment.
Yeah, they are. You're spot on. Beautiful mark taken there by Keast. He plays on back to that man Anders. Sitting underneath it was Wine. Started down back, moved forward. Handball comes out. Williamson to Mullen. Mullen on to Atchison. Back to Mullen. It was a beautiful kick. Just goes through the hands that time of Smith, and the ball goes out of bounds on that far outer side.
How many inside forward 50s for the Eagles?
We have 13, mate, at the moment.
Out of that 13, how many you reckon they've been gone to Zach Everell? He just seems to be that focal point, doesn't he?
Time and time at the moment.
I'd say 6 or 7.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. He's looked dangerous, but he's outnumbered down there at the moment. Who's that spare down there, Hilly?
Henderson.
Henderson, yeah. He does read the game very well too.
So, Monk in the ruck for the Roosters. And the ball just halting there at that outer side wing. 2-1-13 to 1-4-10.
I guess that threes up Chop Lewis down here as a spare man for the Eagles.
And Paddy Anderson sort of lurking by himself as well across half back. So the punch by Lockie Wines. He gets probably 15 metres on it. The intercept disposal there by Rhodes, but intercepted there by Brennan off half back. Gets it to Jared Lewis, spearing past. Not a bad one at centre half forward. Well read there by Gorman, the late inclusion. Luke Wines gathers. They slip. And that is quarter time.
A few of the boys getting to know each other out there. It was Tommy Noonan and young Keast. Harry for the North Warrnambool Eagles. A little bit of push and shove. Don't waste your energy, boys.
Too hot
it's a hot
for that,
day. Too hot for that, but I'll tell you what, Truckee Keast don't take a backward step. He loves it, the big man. And the boys just go their own way now, which is a smart move in these very, very warm conditions out here at Bushfield. So at quarter time here in our Hammond League Live match of the day, it is the North Warrnambool Eagles 2-1-13. They are leading the Roosters 1-4-10 to the Solomons Falling and Blind scoreboard. Alan Blackburn, Scotty Carter and Trent Hill. An entertaining but a low scoring first quarter of footy.
Yeah, you probably say it's a little bit scrambly, to be honest, boys. I think, pretty good conditions for footy. I've only had 3 goals kicked, but in saying that, on the small deck out here, there's very little time, very little space when you've got the footy in your hands, and both sides to some degree are suffering from a few turnovers out of their back 50. South Warrnambool are very good in the past keeping possession on the way out of their back 50. They've actually turned a couple over, so the pressure from both sides is pretty impressive at the moment, Stewie.
I think North Warrnambool have probably played the better quarter, and they've bottomed up well. Zach Everell's led well. The last couple of kicks have gone over his head, so he presents really well, and I think Adam Wines has been good, Lukey Wines has been good. It's pretty. I can pick 4 or 5 good players for North, but it's pretty hard to pick the good players. Probably Dan Nicholson's been South's best.
I think he was their best, yeah.
Pretty hard to pick them though.
Archie Stevens got a bit of the footy, I guess, yeah.
Williamson.
So, quarter time, boys. It is a 3-point lead to the North Warrnambool Eagles over the South Warrnambool Roosters in our Hammond League Live match of the day. We're going to take a break, come back with second quarter action right after this on your home of football and netball, 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
I'm Dan Tehan. I care deeply about our local communities and what matters to you. We need a Liberal government to get Australia back on track. We'll build a stronger economy to take pressure off inflation. We'll support our small businesses and farmers.
Better.
I'll fight to ease the cost of living and fix our roads. We need a better government to get back to basics. With your support, I'll keep delivering for you.
Authorised by Dan Tehan, Liberal Party, Hamilton.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother.
What?
And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too.
Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool-Men today.
The world's #1 training method is at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness. High altitude and oxygen training. Just add these to your training and feel the results. Find out more at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness, Homemaker Centre, Warrnambool.
Dr. Xavier McKinnon here from the locally owned and operated Hampden Vet Clinic. We're now in Warrnambool and we're ready to look after your farm animals and available 24/7 if you need us. Pregnancy testing, lame cows, calf disbudding, we do it all.
Hampden Vet. Give them a call. They're good at what they do.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Hampden League Live.
For Warrnambool Nissan, Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Luke Williams Real Estate and Pearson's Nursery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Oh, that's great. Welcome back to Hampden League Live quarter time here in our Hampden League Live match of the day. And it's at all Warrnambool Eagles 2-2-14. They lead the Roosters 1-4-10. Alan Blackburn, you were out there in the huddles at quarter time, Blackie. What was the key messaging from both coaches? And obviously remembering Nathan Vardy, who's sitting at home. And I did see Millsy on the phone to Big Parts as well.
Yeah, Liam Ryan's given a talk. He was fairly happy, Stewie. Probably could have kicked it a little bit better to Zach Everett a couple of times, but pretty happy with the contest, very happy with the Wines boys, and especially the young kids putting their body in the line. Lockie Wines, he gave him a bit of a rap, going well. And Batters is a little bit disappointed in that quarter, but had their opportunities, kicked one goal, 4, but overall he just wants to keep trying hard and keep working.
It's going to be an interesting quarter. I'd love to know goals kicked. Both these teams playing against each other the last couple of games, because the grand final was a low-scoring affair, and this one has started that way as well.
It's a few goals kicked that day, more like the final when North Warrnambool won.
Yeah.
But the last two definitely haven't been shootouts, Stewie.
No, they have not.
No.
And even on a picture-perfect day like today, and on the small deck, we're not going to see it again, maybe. It might blow out and open up a bit.
It's got the feel that the game mightn't be a blowout, if you know what I mean. It might be high-scoring, might be tight and tense all day long.
So if you're joining us, no Nathan Vardy. So Adam Wine's been doing the majority of ruck work. He's up against Monk this time. Monk with a nice tap down. Reading it well there was Rantel. Gets it to Stevens. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Gets the handball out to Nicholson. He kicks a grubber off his right foot. Gallachen gathers, going nowhere. And we are going to have another ball up. So umpire Lockie, we're in the hat today. It's a warm one. Got to keep yourself hydrated, boys, today.
Yes, for
Even
sure.
Blackie on the boundary. I'm going to send him for some drinks shortly. Beautifully read and just grabbed out of the ruck that time by Wines. He kicks further afield. Matty Wines good finish that time by Mullen. He's a good defender. He's Liam Mullen. You never get an easy kick. The boy from Bacchus Marsh.
I think it's Bacchus Marsh.
I don't want to get that wrong because Darley and Bacchus Marsh hate each other.
I was about to say Darley. I'm probably wrong.
We'll run with both. So boundary throw in. Someone's one down by Wines. There's that man on cue, Mullins. I had his head ripped off, to be honest.
He's blind.
I couldn't see.
Missed it. Pretty stiff not to get the free kick there. And not happy with the attention that Mullins copped there was Nicholson. Winning the ruck there, that time was Wines down to Grundy, swinging back. No. Gee whiz, it was good ruck work at the end too. Adam White actually going on the ruck, wasn't he?
Yeah, as we said, he doesn't like physicality in there.
He's got smarts in there too.
He's really leading from the front.
Sam Rhodes, nice kick. And they'll look to go short to Henderson, still in D50. Looks to get to a running teammate in Nicholson, who has to work a little bit harder on that left boot. And it's either a down the ground free kick or a mark. And the Roosters will still have the ball in hand. So a 5-point margin, 1-4 to 2-3. And they go long down the line. Out in front there was Gallish, and it scooted past him. What a pickup by Archie Stevens. Gets it to Couch, who's wrapped up straight away.
Ooh.
There's a little bit of life in this game. All of a sudden. There's a bit of spite, kind of.
Yeah, you're definitely earning your ball out there at the moment, Stewie.
So umpire Lockheed.
Gee, we're out that far side again, boys.
Makes it hard to see everyone out there. Anyway, thrown up. Monk does the ruck work. He did pretty well. Gee, the nice little feint tap there was nice. Scooting through was Stevens. He's so crafty. Adam Wines gathers and just hoiks it on the boot. Lockie Wines looking to contest it, and he did, and he sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Covering plenty of ground, Adam Wines. He's been involved at both ends and in the middle of the ground as also.
Love to see his GPS numbers.
Yeah, he's covering plenty of ground.
I tell you what, if he rucks all day, he's going to do an enormous job, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Lockie Wines might give him a little chop out for 5 minutes in that first quarter, Stewie. Which is, you need that on a day like today.
Oh, my oath you do. There's Nicholson. He's been really busy. Gets a handball to Stevens, who's been equally as busy, to Henderson. Running through Bushfield now. Beautiful kick to Becks. Lace out it was. So Shannon, virtually smack bang in the middle of the Bushfield wreck. Goes out further afield looking for Rhodes. Good mark with the flight of the football. Goes out further afield to Galachant. Swings on the right boot. Galachant. Nice kick inboard. Just goes through the hands that time. Handball over the top goes to no one in particular, and we're going to have a boundary throw in.
Sam Rhodes, nice user of the football, doesn't waste it.
He's a beautiful user of the football, good young kid.
17, would he?
He would have played 20 odd games now, probably a few more.
Has he played that many? Yeah, you're probably right.
So we're going to have another ball up. It's virtually about 55 metres out. Good strength that time by Monk. Fists it down. Stevens gathers. Geez, he's been busy to start this second term. Handball over the top. Good handball too. Rantel into space. Kick forward. Going back with the flight of the football that time was Keast. Pressure was good. Sell some candy there. Was that Thompson, the old fella? Handball goes back to Becks. Oh, a little inside kick there from Shannon Becks. And he finds a teammate. And I reckon that might be, it looks like it's Tommy Noonan on that far outer side, and he's going to go back and have a shot about 40 metres out right on the boundary line.
He's starting to really become involved in the game, Archie Stevens now, boys. Yeah, he's
good.
Racking up some touches.
Fit, he's evasive.
Yeah, he is.
Steps through traffic nicely. I reckon Nicholson's enjoying playing alongside him in that midfield. Comes in, gone across the face. It's not going to get a score actually, it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll have a ball up deep in the forward 50.
Just wonder whether might get to the stage that the North Warrnambool boys put some time into Archie Stevens. I mean, he got away last year and won the medal in the grand final.
Very good player, Archie Stevens, and been busy early. So boundary throw-in will occur. Wines front position. Looking for Lewis, and just sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw. And Blackie will head downstairs to you, mate, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Yeah, a bit of a stalemate, isn't it, really? No, not many free open players there, like you've got to earn your kicks.
So we'll go again. Just waiting for ball to come in hand.
And the Suns have kicked away, boys. It was always going to happen, but never mind.
No, at least they had a crack too.
Yes.
So Becks taps down, straight down to North Warrnambool. Kick goes out, and a nice mark taken in the end by Bishop. Cross half back, he'll go. The short little kick finds Luke Wines, the accumulator. He just finds the footy and he just builds the numbers. Sets things up, finds Noski. So Noski just happy just to settle things down and just reassess and look where the next best option is going to be for the North Warrnambool Eagles. He goes long down the line. There's a number of Roosters. Ball comes out the back. In there was John O'Brien. He was able to get a handball out, but South are looking to defend well. Here's Atchison, did well. Straightens up the kick just a bit beyond Paddy Anderson. They've asked for the free kick. Nothing there for the umpire suggests on Harris. Here's Williamson, takes a bounce. He loves to run and carry. There's a second bounce from Trent Williamson. Goes along to half forward to North Warrnambool, and a nice mark taken in the end by Keast across half back.
I was just going to ask Blackie, is Sam Kelly on the ground, Blackie? Has he come back on? Has he done a hamstring?
No, he's down there.
Back on, is he? Oh, he's too, yep.
Yeah.
Noski's been on top of that duel at the moment. I sort of noticed Sam at all today.
So here goes the Eagles, building again through Brennan. Kick goes forward. Keith's going to have to fight. Getting back there with the fight was Monk. Coming through is Averill. Here he goes again, Zachy Averill! And that is number 3. He's kicked the Eagles all of their goals this afternoon, and he is proving to be a handful up forward. So North Warrnambool go to 3-3-21. They lead the Roosters 1-4-10. That is on the Solomon's blinds and 4 in scoreboard.
Impressive player, isn't he, Averill? You know, I sort of think of him more as a wingman, but I guess with Tommy Batten out and Vardy out, blokes who can play deep forward, they've pushed him forward and providing a real handful and a real spark up there for the Eagles.
Dangerous, isn't he?
Three from three, can't do much more than that.
His second and third efforts are standing out, Tilly.
Yeah, they are, and he's got that bit of zip about him, Hilly.
So a good start there by the Eagles in this second turn. They lead by 11 points, and Zach Averill, he's the man at the moment, having kicked all 3 goals for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
It's only 11 points, but in what seems to be a low-scoring game, it's a handy little buffer at the moment.
Absolutely. Ball back in the centre. Adam Wines up against Harry Monk, and Monk got a commanding tap down. The clearance from Adam Wines. He's good at ground level. He goes inside forward 50, but the ball's going to bounce over the boundary line and we'll have a boundary throw in. So their centre clearance work's been pretty good when it's been in there. Like, you know, obviously, you know, conceding height, but, you know, Wines has obviously got that flexibility to get, you know, to the contest, you know, straight away to get that ball moving.
They're not really letting South Warrnambool chain up 3 or 4 possessions on the way out of there, are they? And, you know, they won that one out of the centre, so Adam Wines' second and third effort's really good. That's what we knew they would be.
Wines got a little tap down, looking for Keast. Could be in trouble. They're keeping it alive, the North Warrnambool Eagles. And we'll have a stoppage again inside forward 50. So 8.5 minutes gone. North Warrnambool 3-3-21. 1-4-10 the South Warrnambool Roosters here at Bushfield in a fine and sunny day. Round number 2 of the Hampton Football Netball League. The Eagles through McKinnon trying to get it moving. There is a clearing kick from the Roosters. Lewis jumps at it. Got a hand to it. Only as far as O'Brien. He gets it moving forward. Harry Keast, 50 metres out. Wants to play on. Goes to a leading player in Averill. Just too much on the kick over his head. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have yet another boundary throw in.
Treasure of the moment wins the Australian Oaks 2 for Matt Laurie. The Victorians get the job done up in Sydney. Frosty Lane in the saddle. Great victory.
You had a bit of a letdown just quarter time, Stewie.
See the nose roll, mate. I thought I was home at 60s. Went fourth tilt.
Solid fourth, though.
Solid fourth. Doesn't pay for fourth, big fella. So ball deep in the Eagles forward 50 here. Free kick's been plucked out. It's going to go to the Roosters by the looks of that. I think it might be Stevens.
Is it?
He's been at everything for South Warrnambool.
Been their best, Stewie.
Archie Stevens, brother George down here watching this afternoon too. He should be too far off getting a go at the catch, you'd reckon. He's been in good form in the VFL. Kick goes further afield to Anderson. This bloke does a lot of fitness work, Paddy Anderson. I've seen him pounding up the hill. He is a running machine. Goes inboard to Rantel. Got the shorter locks in 2025. He started his VFL season off really strongly with the Geelong Cats as well. Rantel goes inboard to Mullen. Well, let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Cohire. Mick Finnegan, Warrnambool v Port Fairy. What's the latest, Mick?
Yeah, 13.5 minute mark of the second quarter, and Warrnambool 5-1-31, Port Fairy 4-4-28. Entertaining game.
Exciting game of football up there by the sounds of it, Mick. Let's go to Ants Marnie. It is Cobden taking on Koroit. Buddy, what's the latest?
Yeah, mate, 6 minutes 15, Koroit 9-6-60 to Cobden 2-3-15.
So the Saints, they have got off to a fly up there in that contest. Back here, Roosters into attack once again. Coming through there was Scoble. Couldn't quite take it. Plenty of players around this contest. Going absolutely nowhere. And just the other game around the grounds, all thanks to Matco Hire, the Portland Tigers taking on Terrain Mortlake. And the Portland Tigers, 2-6-18, Terrain Mortlake, 2-7-19. It's all thanks to Matco Hire.
You haven't put the mockers on, have you, Stewie?
I'd say I have, Tilda, I reckon. Gee whiz.
Maxie Irving. Oh, did he get taken high? Oh, would have been very, very close. He came in thick and fast off that contest.
Some numbers around the stoppage, Hilly.
Yeah, and it's probably been the recipe for the day, hasn't it? There's just plenty of players, and they just don't want to give much room. Handball comes out. Chasing up there was Nick Thompson. Got it out to Sam Kelly. Irving. Ricocheted kick. Here comes Adam Wines. Just nudged out of the way. Play on through O'Brien. Harry Keys did well to spoil. Still plenty of players around that contest, and Lenahan was good enough to get the handball out. Umpire says free kick to the Roosters. Free kick will go to Leo Allerton. So the youngster in game number 2, 18 disposals last week, and he started this game pretty well as well. Inside 50 goes. Oh, easy for Shannon Becks.
Good mark.
Had his name on that one a long way out.
Too big and too tall, too strong.
Too, boys.
Yep.
And Becks, very stiff to lose the goal kicking last year. You know, it was such a great battle between him and Cunnington all season. And what a personal best season he had last year, Shannon Becks. Very, very good player. So he'll launch from about 45 metres out, 45-degree angle, and this is to cut the margin back to 5 points. Becks, 2-2 last week. Kick looks good off the boot, and I'll tell you what, it's even better. That's a terrific kick from Shannon Becks, a Lucas Brothers snag of the day.
Great finish.
And the margin gets cut back to 5 points. It's 2-4-16, 3-3-21 North Warrnambool Blackie. Thought that was okay?
Yeah, no, a good kick. Yeah, both his shots have been from wide, so they're pushing him wide, but that was a beautiful kick for goal. So, yeah, it's been a contested game. Not much free running, but good goal by Shannon.
Bit of a bonus goal, because I think he snuck down from the ruck to kick that goal, boys. I think he was actually playing on ball there, and Adam Wines was back giving his defenders a bit of a hand, and he snuck out the side there, and once he gets the footy in his hands, he's pretty deadly inside 50.
Dead-eye Dick, Shannon Becks. Magnificent goal, and that was one the Roosters needed. So ball back in the middle now. Umpire Lockheed winds again against Becks. Beautifully squared that time by Rantel. Bouncing football. Anderson coming out. Oh, there's Stephen. Oh, 2-point turns. I love it. Kick was grubbed, but geez, that was good. Good play. Peter Box Bridgestone highlight of the day. He went for the double blindy. Pulled it off. The Eagles though on the rebound goes inboard to Grundy. That's Rantel going nowhere. And we are going to have a ball up. Haven't had a lot of play out this side of the ground, but we get a little bit all of a sudden. It's going to be Becks and Wines. Tell you what, he's already looking a little bit gas Winesy for mine because he's having to use his body so much. Becks wins this one down. Galachan taken high. He'll get the resultant free kick. Looking fit, gets it to Nicholson. Wants to play on quickly, looking to square it up, goes inboard to Paddy Anderson, so left footer to left footer, further afield to Stevens, he's providing a handful for the North Warrnambool Eagles defenders now, goes forward, Kelly, good fist away by Scoble, there's Keast, he's wrapped up, off the ground, Kelly, free kick, advantage paid,
Back to the Eagles,
to the Eagles, I think it's going to go to Keast, big truck, Summer Wild's number 1 track rider. He's riding all the winners, and he'll be gearing up for a big couple of weeks. The May race is just around the corner with Bailey Keast. Squares it up further afield, going to come back again, is it Scoble? Oh, he's going to go to Wines. Luke is bouncing football all of a sudden under a little bit of pressure. Oh, he just ran through the tackle. That time was Lukey Wines. Kicks further afield to Grundy. And that's Callum Grundy. Diving mark, son of Reg. The Bitcoin King inboard. Kick just missed the target. There's Keast. And going nowhere, and umpire Mick Norton says, let's have a ball up.
15 and a half minutes gone. 5 points the margin. Favour the Eagles with the Roosters kicking the last. Wines at it again against Becks, who gave the palm down. So much contested footy going on here. McKinnon, no room.
There's not a lot of time and space, Hilly. Not at all, mate. Yeah.
And you've probably seen that, these last few plays where we've seen some forward action, Tildies, those quick hands out of the contest and just getting them on the outside.
Yes. And I guess a couple of occasions there, Stevens and Nicholson, I think, were able to link up a couple of chains of play. Just a little bit of class there.
So we'll go again. Becks and Wines. Geez, he concedes a bit of height, doesn't he? Winesy against Shannon Becks.
He's going to be tired tonight.
He'll earn a drink, that is for sure. Shannon Beck's got a little bit of hand on it. Here's Jackson Grundy, gets it moving forward. Zach Everall, Williamson, Keast. Doing well there was Jed Henderson, and he defended well, and he sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. So 5 points at margin still. Here's Adam Wines coming on for a spell.
Yeah, it's his first spell, boys.
He's a fitness machine.
Jeez, he's going to know he's played a game today, isn't he?
Lucky Ryan's coming on, going in the ruck.
And he'll give a little bit of size when he's competing against Shannon Becks as well. So umpire throws it in. Becks front position, the double palm down. And again, just held up through the tackle. The tackle numbers will be high, all thanks to Syndicate Account stats.
So Bexy's coming off for a spell now too. He looks gassed. There's going to be plenty of boys gassed out here today. So this time it's going to be Monk up against Wines.
I
don't know about that, but it's going to go to Grundy.
I think I'm in your corner, Blackie.
Dear, dear.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that, but that's all right. They even themselves out as the day progresses. So Grundy is going to go back and have a shot on goal. 30 metres out on a side angle. We get a good look at this. Generally a beautiful kick of the football too.
What do you think from here, Hilly?
Not saying anything.
Okay. I like you from here. He's a class player.
Left-hand goal post, I reckon, just float back a little bit. So Grundy, this is to extend the Eagles' lead to 11. So they've been playing Werribee. Grundy comes in. Oh, set it out right. Come back. Shoot, Wiz wasn't the way I was thinking it was going to go down post. Fair dinkum. That was a boomerang. But the result was there. And now he runs straight to the bench. So the Eagles go to 4-3-27. They lead the Roosters 2-4-16. That's in the Solomons Flooring, Blinds and Carpet scoreboard. And we have played 18 minutes in this second term on the league contracting time clock.
Well, it hasn't reached any great heights as yet, but what I will say is the game's nice and close, and it's a physical game of footy. You're really earning your kicks out there, and you could not knock the Endeavour from either side at the moment, Hilly.
It's going to be a battle of attrition, isn't it, really, with the weather conditions and the physicality of the game.
Yeah, it's a sort of game you don't want to get too far behind you, because it's going to take a lot of energy to get yourself back in the game.
Yeah, correct. So the umpire just moving over to the other side of the circle. And players are readjusting. So it's 11 points. Monk got a little tap down. There's Maxi Irving. Met high? No, I reckon it was met high. I thought he was. Just a little bit high, and the other umpires just called it. So, yeah, good decision in the end. So Maxi Irving will go short via foot. Finds Gallishan. And that's a nice kick. Paddy Anderson had 8 inside 50s last week. Good player against the Compton Bombers. Here comes Rantel. Here they go around the body. That's a goal. It is a goal. And I reckon that may be Noonan. Is it? Tommy Noonan. And he kicked his first goal for the Roosters after in his second game. So that's a good cutback goal in the end. Back to 5 points.
Yeah, well, is he under 18 product, Noonan?
No, come from Dennington. Kicked about 60 last year.
Okay, he doesn't look out of place at all, and just must have made a little bit of a move here. They swung Paddy Anderson forward, and he always provides a bit of spark when he goes across half forward.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. We've got a contest here. Make no mistake about it.
Inside 50s, boys, this quarter for Syndicate Account stats, we have 8 apiece.
Loving your stats work this afternoon.
Yeah, you like the spreadsheet?
Tilly.
Not bad.
Mickey Duncan to be proud of that spreadsheet, mate. Here goes Wines and Monk. Bit of a nil or draw, that one. Stacks on the mill. And we're going to have another ball up. So, evenly poised this contest. Alan Blackburn, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, that was a good goal by Noonan. He did have someone over the top. I don't think he had enough time to handball it over, so it was a good goal and a bit of pressure. So that's his first coming from Dennington, so well done to him.
As long as you finish, doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Were you a handballer inside 50, Stewie?
Not really, Tilt.
No, fair enough.
He didn't go inside 50. I thought you said outside 50.
No.
I always say you're there to kick him. There's Nicholson. His kick was smothered. Going in there was Keast. Snooze Wines. Gets it out to Grundy. Callum. Handball goes forward to Keast. Gathered there by the Roosters. Far out of side. That was Jack Dye. A little dinky kick. Nicholson. Been taken without it. Oh, Stephens wrapped up too. They're letting it go though, the umps, so I don't mind it. Stacks on the mill.
You must applaud the pressure both sides are applying there. There's just
enormous.
no easy kick through each possessions out there at all.
In these conditions too, it's sticky, it's warm. The penetrometer is tough, it's tight.
Players' comfort level.
It'll be high. It'll be in the 90s, I reckon.
I'm feeling for the North Warrnambool boys in the stats. Mickey Lynch and JP having to do all these tackles. They're going like
running out of ink in the pen, mate.
I reckon.
They're not missing a trick, these boys.
Lynch is a numbers man. Don't you worry about that.
We'll get some stats off them at half time.
Here's Dave Harris trying to get the handball out of trouble, only as far as Irving, who's lifted in the second term. Archie Stevens, he evades trouble, kicks it down the ground, but no one there. Can Brennan keep it in? He can. He'll go short laterally to Noski, and they can clean up here. They've got Wines on the other side of this half-back line. Kick has to be good. It bounces favourably. Now he's just trying to work the right way forward, and he finds Noski, and he's just hit the 15-metre mark, I reckon, with that kick. Good kick by Noski in the corridor, finds Lockie Wines.
It's nearly 50 then.
Good kick. Oh, Grundy, and coming on at the late minute there was Bex. Goes in short. Keast on the lead, and that's a beautiful spot-up kick. He lowered his eyes, and the execution was good from Callan Grundy. And Harry Keast will have a set shot goal 30 metres out, slide angle.
Geez, they combine well off half-back, Wines and Noski, don't they? They've played together for a little while now. They use each other really well.
Yeah, you look at the most improved players in the competition in the last 5 years, Noski has to be one of the top of the tree, doesn't he?
I agree.
Jeez, he's turned into a very, very important player for the Eagles. So Harry Keast from 30 metres out, comes in, punches it straight through the middle, and it's goal for goal here at Bushfield. And they extend the lead back out to 11 points. It's 5-3-33 to 3-4-22 South Warrnambool. 22 and a half minutes gone on the league contracting time clock.
I love it, big fella. Let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matco Hire. We're going to go to Mick Finnegan, Warrnambool v Port Fairy. Mick, what's the latest?
Just hit the 26-minute mark of the second quarter. Real entertaining game here. Warrnambool 5-1-31. The Port Fairy 5-4-34. It's a real attraction of two back lines here. Yeah, very good footy.
Let's go to Ants Marty. It is Cobden taking on Corridors. What's the latest down there, buddy?
Yeah, mate, no, Cobden have kicked 4 unanswered goals early in the second quarter, so she's nearly 20 minutes gone. The score is Courts 11-6-72 to Cobden 6-4-40.
Beautifully done, Ants. And the other game is the Portland Tigers. They are 3-7-25. Terang Mortlake 4-9-33. So an intriguing game over there as well.
Oh, only ask you how good Tigers were going, Stewie.
I want to put the mocker on him, that is for sure. Hey, here goes Archie Stevens. What a second quarter he's had for the South Warrnambool Roosters. Going to see them all out and go out of bounds.
So leading possession winners, do you think Luke Wines, maybe Archie Stevens, Hilly?
Yeah, I agree.
Went to the Fisherman's Shed last night, boys. Had a couple of beers down there with a few of the boys.
You're a bit of a fisherman.
No, just like getting down there and saying, Billy Slater and Big Sandy and Snake Blake and the crew down there, Big Red Orion.
Did they ruffle a crayfish, or
mate, they have burgers, they have chips, they do it all down there.
Okay.
It is sensational. I took our great mate Dan Tean down just for a little beer down there, and it was a really fun evening.
Would have been a nice night.
They had the races on the TV, the footy. It's a set up at half. I don't know if you ever get the opportunity.
Well, they have the little fire barrel, don't they?
Yeah. No. It's a great setup.
Yeah, right.
And geez, they give it to each other too.
Bit of banter.
They don't miss anyone down there. Let me assure you, boys. Good fun.
Bex did well out of the rock, kicks it forward. Nice contested mark from Sam Kelly.
Good mark.
And within range from Big Sam too. We know he's a big kick. And Kelly, what an important player he's been. And again, 2-2 last week. He was on the scoreboard for the Roosters.
He might have played 3 premierships over the trip, I think.
I reckon you're right. 2011 and the last 2. So Kelly comes in, gives it absolutely everything, and just pushes it to the right, and a minor score for the South Warrnambool Roosters. So they go to 3-5-23, North Warrnambool 5-3-33. It's 10 points the margin on the Solomon Blinds and Flooring scoreboard. And we'll head downstairs to Blackie, all thanks to our great sponsors down there.
Yeah, thanks, mate. They're going forward again now, out of bounds. Yeah, it's been a tough old game. Hard for forwards, especially with each side's got at least one drop back in front of them. So, been a tough game, been a hard game. There'll be some tired boys at half time.
There'll be some very tired boys.
What's the ground like, Blake? Is it hard?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Yep.
Not too bad, though. No, it's not too
There's
bad.
that man again, Adam Wines. He's been fantastic. Big barrel, too. Flying there was Keast amongst two Roosters. Dispossessed, gets it to his brother, who just gets a little quick kick forward. Goes and gets it himself again. Can't quite pick it up that time. Oh, done by that by Grundy, is it?
Ooh.
Kick goes forward. Gee whiz.
Are you picking that left-hand goal post, Stewie? Because that one's was home to the left-hand goal.
Yeah. So, but why is the play all out
I'm not sure, mate.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Here goes Williamson now, plays on quickly for the Roosters, far out of side. Kelly was the target, bouncing football, bounces beautifully. He's wrapped up, holding the pill, and the umpire says that'll be a free kick to the Eagles, and it's going to go to Grundy. Jackson Grundy to Luke Wines.
I wasn't sure.
So he just racks them and stacks them each and every game. Just Lukey Wines kicks further afield, looking for Lockie Wines, son of Josh.
He's tried pretty hard today.
Been good, mate. Had a good pre-season. Really skillful kid. Everett was the target. That was good defensive punch away that time. Mullen goes and gets his own football. So we've ticked over 27 minutes. Can't be long to play in this first half. And Hilly, we got the half-time, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. The best chips and gravy in country Victoria. We've got the netball chat this week.
Yeah, the netball of the week. So a great little innovation. So Looky Rook will have caught up with our netballer of the week, and this young lady from the Hamilton Kangaroos, so looking forward to that one.
I knew you'd be all over who it was.
Yeah, I won't drop who it was, I'll keep it a surprise, but here they go. Lewis into the pocket for Wines. Can he keep it in? He can't. It was a nice pick-up though by the big fella, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 20 around from the North Warrnambool goal, so 5-4 to 3-5. 2 goals, 1 apiece.
I'd love to pinch one late here from a forward 50 stoppage.
So we're getting late in this second term. Beck's too strong in the ruck. Roving there with the Eagles. They've got numbers around the contest. Maxie Irving not letting anything get out. Hasn't he emerged as a really good player of the
quality
competition?
Player, and without Saunders and without McCluggage this year, he's getting a lot more minutes through the middle of the ground, I think, Hilly.
And tough. He's not a big body, but geez, he hits that contest hard, Maxie. So he's thrown up inside forward 50 in the Eagles. The tap down from Wines, and then on cue, Maxie Irving kicks it, but he might have kicked a little bit wide. Ooh. And a free kick's going to go to the North Warrnambool Eagles. So it gives him an opportunity here. And the ball will go into the hands of Luke Wines, who's just accumulated many and many disposals in this first half of football. So he's on the cusp or the paint of the 50. He's just looking goalward. But it wouldn't surprise me. He looks to square it up. He gives it an almighty boot. And that is a big kick, but to the right of the goal stick and a minor score.
Jeez, he struck it well.
Struck it really well.
So they had a 5-5, 35 North Warrnambool, 3-5-23. And we're out to a 12-point ball game, I should say. 29 minutes gone on the Solomons Flooring and Bly scoreboard.
A little short chip kick that time to Rantel. That was from Rhodes. He's been good too, Rantel. You'd be surprised how many possessions he's probably racked up. Beautiful kick to Mullen. So Liam Mullen. Chip kick out wide. Good mark there. Oh no, just goes through the hands that time of Williamson. Looking for deliberate. I don't think the umpire's going to pay that one. And Blackie's a temperature drop downstairs there, mate, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus.
No, not really. A little bit of a breeze, but not much. No, it'll be still warm out there in the middle, mate. All right in the shade, but be very warm out there.
So boundary throw in that time by Lucy Howland.
Want me to get your jacket, mate, or something? You right?
No, it's beautiful, beautiful warm day out here today. Just nice. A little bit of breeze going through Lewis. Haven't seen a lot of chop in the second quarter. Had a magnificent first quarter. And we are going to have another ball up. So can't be long to play here in this second term. Eagles by 12 points. Becks and Wines. One by Becks, down to Stevens. Grundy chops off. Handball comes out. There's Lewis. Gets it to Grundy Jackson. His handball was smothered. Stevens just pumps it forward. Noski cuts it off for the Eagles. Further afield, back to Callum Grundy. Well, kick had to be good and was. Play on, says the umpire. Keese is going to fly. Getting back there was Atchison. Bouncing football. Oh, there's Keese. Could have been legged. Everell dangerous. He's already kicked 3. Wines is there. Wrapped up. Williamson. How's the umpire going to call it? Give me a ball up, he says. That would have been anything. Get a goal or something here late.
Good pressure.
Their tackle pressure. Actually, the tackle pressure from both sides has been pretty impressive.
I agree. So about 15 now from the Eagles' goal. Wines tries to hit it to his advantage. In there is Snooze. Wines. Everell! Snap shot, bit to the left. And a minor score. He's been busy, Zach Everell. And that's their 6th behind of the day. 5-6-36 to 3-5-23. A 13-point buffer. 31 and a half minutes gone in this second term. On the cusp of half-time. And the Eagles will be happy with a short lead into the half-time break. A one-on-one, good punch away. Scoble tried to get the second bite for a mark. The handball out, but South are able to stop that. Into the hands of O'Brien, inside 50. I think it's going to be a free kick back to the North Warrnambool Eagles. And I reckon it might be Jared Lewis, who just got a little bit of late attention. So Lewis has had a busy last couple of minutes.
One quarter, Hilly.
One quarter. There hasn't been a lot of goals kicked. There's only been 4 goals, but there has been a lot of stoppages.
Yeah, there has been.
So the ball will get back into the hands of Jared Lewis. Could be very close to half-time, so they want to get the ball moving pretty quickly. So Jared Lewis looks to play on. He'll give it a good old roost. It's a worm burner into the pocket. Adam Wines out in front, takes the mark.
Someone will go here, I reckon.
And he's hugging the boundary line with their set shot. Been a very good play in this first half, hasn't he, Wallace?
Yeah, I think
Would it be your top couple?
Yep. Your top couple for North Warrnambool. Yeah, I agree. He's done a lot of hard work. I think his brother dobbed one from here earlier in the quarter, boys.
So Adam Wines looking for his first score of the afternoon to lead by 19. And he kicks on the siren and wasn't all that flush.
I'll tell you what, it looked a tired kick.
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
rightly so.
Yeah, absolutely. He has had an enormous first half of mine. He's doing the ruck work with no Nathan Vardy here this afternoon. He's at home, poor bugger, with the flu, tuning in on streamer to the live stream, the Savo. So at half time, it is the North Warrnambool Eagles 5-6-36, South Warrnambool 3-5-23. That is on the Solomon's Blinds and Carpets scoreboard here. And what an entertaining Alan Blackburn, Tildy Carter and Trent Hill first half of footy.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a real battle. There's no doubt about that. You know, we've only had 8 goals kicked on a beautiful day for footy. I think what North Warrnambool have been really good at doing is, we know the quality of South Warrnambool's prime movers. You've got your Nicholsons, Archie Stevens, Jay Rantel. They've had their possessions, but they've just been that good at limiting the space they've had to work in. They haven't been over damaging with the ball in hand. So, big tick for North Warrnambool's pressure at the moment. Two goal break. It's not a massive margin, but it's a handy margin in a low-scoring game.
Yeah, especially without a recognised ruckman. It's a good effort, really good effort. They're been impressed with Everell. He's always had that extra player on him, and he presents really well. And the Wines boys, of course, and Grundy and these blokes been really good. North Warrnambool, very good first half. Couple of goals. It's not a bad 13 points up. They kicked the next one.
It's not a bad little margin on a day like today, is it, Blackie?
Especially they kicked the first 1 or 2 of the next quarter.
Yeah, and especially as considering we've only had 8 goals kicked for the day.
In other games, boys, around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Calhire, Warrnambool Port Fairy just over the Warrnambool Blues, Koroit over the Cobden Bombers, Taram Mortlake over the Portland Tigers. That is on the cusp of half-time. We're going to take a break. Coming up on the other side of this, it is our half-time show, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar and our netballer of the week.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool-Nissen, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for gift, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Have you been injured at work, in a public place or in a motor vehicle accident? Let us help you secure the compensation you deserve. Madden's Lawyers, with you every step of the way.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders. Oi. Ooh. And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family, indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampton League Live.
For Badeness Rural, Southwest Conveyancing, Rafferty's Tavern, Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Greg Allen Farm Machinery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Rook here, and well, this is the netballer of the week. This is proudly brought to you by Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang, proud owners of the title of Best Chips and Gravy, or so they say, in the Southwest, can vouch. And a massive thank you to Crawley's for jumping on board Netballer of the Week. This is our very first for season 2025, and we head up to Melville Oval with the Hamilton Kangaroos, and our Netballer of the Week for round number 1 last week was Molly Sevier. Hello, Molly, and congratulations.
Hi, thank you very much.
Well done on firstly claiming our first netball of the week, but now getting a Crawley's Milk Bar voucher as well. So I'm sure the road trips are always fun when you hit the road towards Terang and Camperdown Cobden Way. So now you've got an excuse to stop by Terang.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty exciting.
Absolutely. Tell us now. You're up in Division 1 for the Hamilton Kangaroos this season. You're still playing 15 and unders as well. How has the transition been into that Division 1 side? How have you found it?
It's been really exciting. So last season I started off in the Division 3, but I moved to the Division 2 halfway through. and it is a lot more challenging, I must say. The intensity is there's a lot more of it, but no, it's a huge step up, and I'm really.
And I noticed you in the goal ring as well, 14 goals against Warrnambool last week, and you got best on ground as well, and our netball of the week. How did you find the game and the challenge against Warrnambool?
Honestly, it was just fun to be back out on the court with different people. There was a lot more experience out there. I was playing with Kelsey Lewis, so I had a lot of talk in that ring, which was extremely helpful, I must say.
Absolutely. I can imagine she'd be a great mentor to have. And you're still playing 15 and unders, as I mentioned. I don't want to touch on it too briefly, but last year, the Kangaroos getting all the way to the grand final just to be knocked off by South Warrnambool on that last day. As I said, we won't talk about it too much, but does that fuel you a little bit and, want you to get back there this year?
Oh, definitely. It's actually been 2 years in a row. I've made it through the granny and lost it, so definitely got a lot more fuel now.
Absolutely, and definitely not bringing up any more on that. I didn't realise it was 2 years. Hey, you mentioned too, just before we were talking, you're a lifelong Kangaroo at Hamilton. You've grown up around the club. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I've been here since under 11s. I played a couple years there. I've got my older sister playing open, and I'm playing with my twin sister in the 15 and under team.
How cool is that? Tell us a bit about that experience. I'm sure, they talk about twins having a little bit of that telepathy with each other. Do you find that on the court?
I don't know about that. There's a lot of talk going on back and forth on the court and at home, but luckily we're on different ends.
There's more sledging, you're saying, than anything else.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It must be nice, though, to have all the family at the club. And as you said, you've been there since day one. What's the club mean to you? Because it seems like a pretty tight-knit community up there.
Yeah, the club's huge to me and my family, to be honest. You've got all the kids running around. Well, all of us, kids my age, we're basically on babysitting duty, to be totally honest. But we love all those kids. We play with the mums now, so it's very exciting, very tight-knit club.
And you must feel old when that starts happening too. I know you're still playing 15s and unders, but you're like a veteran of that club now.
Oh, I'm loving it. Well, Dad's still footy director there. I think this might be his last year, though, but... So the CV name, I guess, people know. So you can go say hi to anyone you want and have a good chat.
I love that, Molly. That is fantastic, and it's such a special part of the club. What about netball goals for you? What are your goals this year and then in future years as well?
Yeah, I'm really going to try and push my netball this year. I suppose Div 1 is a great opportunity. Maybe get some open games in there, hopefully.
I'm sure you're going to go far with that too, Molly. Before we let you go, is there any thank yous you'd like to make?
I suppose just thanks to the family for taking me to all the netball, that not just Hampton League, but all the other travelling tournaments.
I love it. Yep, that's where I was going with it. Thank the family, and then that's perfect. Molly, thanks so much for jumping on and having a chat. Congratulations on winning our Netballer of the Week. Thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool-Men, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool, and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool-Men today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for gift, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi.
Ooh. And those who love a good smother.
What?
And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool-'s Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
This autumn at Pearson's Nursery in Allensford, you'll find a stunning selection of vibrant, locally grown annuals and perennials. It's easy to see why Pearson's Nursery is one of the Southwest's best kept secrets. Visit Pearson's Nursery, Growers Road, Allensford, and discover the difference.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hint to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Delicious meals, kids' playroom, function room, big screen TV, sports, live music, courtesy bus. Rafferty's Tavern has something for the whole family. Become a Hump member for special discounts at the Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. Whatever the occasion, make it memorable at Rafferty's Tavern.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool-Men today.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Hampton League Live.
For McDonald's, Warrnambool Eastern Central, MGA Insurance, the Hampton Vet Clinic and Lucas Brothers Butchers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. It is half time, and that half time show is all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. And I kid you not, they are the best chips and gravy.
Yes.
Whenever you're hungover coming home from Melbourne or wherever it might be, it's always a destination. You know, just to get that little bit of chicken salt, a little bit of gravy into you. And Jack and Kerry and the team, they look after you.
It's stood the test of time, Stewie, hasn't it?
Oh, unbelievable, mate.
Definitely has.
If you want something a little bit different, you can, head into a potato cake or
underrated
spring
too.
rolls or, a bit of fish.
Perfect, mate. Perfect.
You can get it all at Crawley's Milk Bar, and they always have a really cold fridge.
Yep.
So they have the drinks nice and cold as well. So
Good man, Jack.
Cold fridge. You can have a fridge play. You know it, right? Sometimes they don't turn it down cold. You're right. You got to be fair dinkum. It's got to be sitting on about 1 degrees just to ice them up a little bit. And
you do like your Coke cold, don't you, Stu?
Oh, yeah. A bit disappointing today. It's warmed up pretty quick out here. The sun is still shining here too.
Must say though, Stu, afternoon tea was terrific.
Looked after.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely sensational as always. Coming off the back of last week at Portland too, boys, where we dipped out. Wigsy was shattered. He was devastated, Big Wigs.
I was going to tell the girls, because I called in there on a Tuesday, but I wasn't on, so I didn't worry about it.
No, it's not our problem, Blakey.
Probably a fair call, Blakey. Me missing a meal didn't worry me either. It didn't faze me. So what's going to happen in the second quarter here, in the second half here, it's a 12-point lead.
Yep.
Roosters coming out early. What do they need to change up, do you reckon, this second half?
They need to find themselves a little bit of space, Stewie. As I said, they're good players. They're playing Reesmore. They're getting their hands on their footy enough. Ian Stevens, Nicholson, Rantel, Irving, these boys. But they just have struggled to just get that breakaway 5 metres space from a stoppage or be able to link up 3 or 4 chains of handball or anything like that. So I'm pretty impressed with North Warrnambool's pressure at the moment. Look, I can't predict the result of what's going to happen, but I can say I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. I think this one will be tight with about 10 minutes to go, to be honest. I think it'll go right down to the wire, and at the moment I'd rather be North Warrnambool position. Obviously a 13-point lead in a low-scoring game. It's pretty valuable at the moment, Blackie.
No, you're dead right, mate, and especially if North get the first couple of goals, and that puts it out to 25 points.
Absolutely.
Just some better players in that half. We can't go past the Wines, boys. Adams had to ruck for 95% of the time. Jackson Grundy's been good. Bruce Gable's done a good job, although there's been an extra backman back each side, so it makes it hard for forward. Zach Everall, very impressive. Very good lead-up player. He's kicked 3, had a couple kicked over his head. Callum Grundy's been good, and Chopper Lewis. Good first quarter, maybe went over a bit in that corner. For South, Archie Stevens has been really good. Shannon Beck's in the ruck, and forward, Jay Rantel, as we said, gets under the radar, you don't notice him. Henderson has been okay in the back line. Daniel Nicholson, he never gives up trying. Williamson's been pretty good in the back line. And young Sammy Rhodes, he's done well for himself, and Leo Allen also. So we've got a couple of good kids there, haven't we?
Pretty impressive, Blackie. Yeah, I like Rhodes, and I've been impressed with Allen. He goes about it pretty well, doesn't he?
Good user of the football. Well, he probably hasn't had it a heap, but when he has, he just doesn't look spooked by the situation, if you know what I mean. He looks comfortable with the ball in hand, and
yes, he does. Yeah,
happy to make that.
He come up through the juniors, under 18s. Yep.
Under 18s. Actually, I think he might have even played under 16s last year, so he's bottom age rebels.
Yep. No, he's pretty impressive.
Beautifully done. So we're about to get second half action underway here. It's got a little bit of a buzz in the ear there too. I don't know where that's coming from, to be honest, boys, but we'll try and rectify that for the rest of the second half.
They've been taken over in his seats.
That's all right, mate. You just sit
up here.
Sit up here with the boys, mate. And just enjoy the second half, Al Blackburn.
Now, who got that heavy knock? Was that Dye before? Got the heavy knock?
The first quarter.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't head. It seemed like it was more midriff.
It was just the tackle that caught him
winded.
Winded him.
He's back on?
Yeah, he's been back on.
He's been back on, buddy. Yeah. Arapeo for Bjorn Baker takes out the Sydney Cup at a big price too, so that's a boil over at the Sydney Cup for the Sydney Cup followers. Third quarter underway as the Eagles into attack, straight off the bat, but a nice mark here taken by Atchison. Atchison squares it up there to Rantel. Really busy first half. Rantel goes inboard to Nicholson. Nicholson over the top, back to Rantel, so trying to get a little bit of run going here. Just dispossessed there, just overplaying the football.
It's just that space against you, isn't it? They're just applying some super pressure, North Warrnambool.
Certainly is. So the ball virtually back to where we started this third term action. Eagles lead by 13 points. A beautiful balmy day at Bushfield here this afternoon. Players cracking in. No Nathan Vardy this afternoon. A late withdrawal for the Eagles. He's down with the flu, but he is tuning in on streamer this afternoon. So umpire McNaughton, he's going to ball it up again. This time it's Wines. He's been enormous. Straight there, no scouting it beautifully with Stevens coming through as Nicholson gets it further afield to Rhodes. Sells a bit of there, young Sammy Rhodes. Beautiful kick, long kick. Going back there with Scoble. Coming through there for the Roosters. I think it might have been Noonan. He's wrapped up and going nowhere.
He was gang tackled.
Was he? It was a 3-man gang tackle. And good defensive play by the Eagles.
It certainly was. So it's 5 metres out from the Roosters' goals. The tap down's effective. Couches are waiting, trying to get it out. And again, that tackling pressure's been great by the Eagles. But as you said, Tildy, just with the whole first half, that tackling pressure on both sides has been strong.
Yeah, definitely only your possessions out there today, Hilly.
Umpire Lockheed will resume play once again. Throws it up. Bex with a tap down. And again, no room to move. Brennan just couldn't break through. And we'll go for a third throw up in the matter of about 20 seconds. So it's a 13-point lead at half-time to the Eagles. 5-6 to 3-5. Open the space up with the tap down. The handball chain starts. Not his best, Bailey Keast. Here they jump on the football both sides. And it doesn't look like there's going to be a clear winner to get it clearly out. And we'll go again.
Blackie, I feel like the wind's picked up a little bit, the breeze.
Yeah, it has, mate. A little bit more. Might be a 2-goal advantage down to the Mortlake end. So out in the middle, it's a bit more than down here. So just a nice, gentle, bit more than before.
So Roosters kicking with that breeze in this third quarter. So they'll need to get a couple, you would imagine. It's a really evenly poised contest here, boys. So ball up again. Bex is going to go up against Noski. Handball comes out. Stevens right foot snap around the body, going out of bounds on the full. And the Eagles will breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief.
He's racked up his touches today, Archie Stevens. There's no problems there.
Oh, he'd be into the 20s already.
I reckon. Yep.
His contested football is strong.
He's strong, yep. He shrugs tackles off pretty well.
So the kick out from the Eagles, punched away by the Roosters, and we'll have a boundary throw in right on the tip of the paint, right half-forward flank. And it's the North Eagles by 13 points. They're sitting on 36. The Roosters on 23. 3 minutes gone on the league contracting time clock. Boundary throw in to occur. Thrown with good height. Winds out of the ruck, and you'll get some meterage with a kick. Will it stay in the play? It does. Lockie Wines approaches the ball, but he rushes it over the line at the same time. And we're on true centre wing.
Interesting to see that Snooze Wines started across half forward for the Eagles instead of the customary position in the middle of the ground, boys. I think he spent a bit of time there in the first half, to be honest.
Interesting too. Lenahan's got in the ruck. Start this third term too for the Roosters. I reckon just trying to nullify Adam Wines a little bit. And to be honest, he's been dominant.
Did that well, Stewie, then.
He did it very well. He gets it to his partner in crime in Grundy. Flying for that one was Everall. Good courage that time, going back with a flight. That was... can't quite pick up who it is there. All look the same.
It's Nicholson, is it?
Atchison, that was the one that went back with the flight, but the free kick's going to go down the field to Nicholson. Kicks out. Look at that. What a kick to Rhodes.
Wow.
He plays on quickly to Couch. Couch swings onto the left foot. Kicks. Looking for Bex. Good punch away that time by Noski. So I think that's where the match might be won or lost. They're trying to definitely do something different in that ruck to nullify Adam Wines, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I know Shannon Beck's kicked that quality goal in the second quarter from on that far boundary line, but so far I think North Warrnambool would be pretty happy with how they've kept Shannon Beck's in check today.
There haven't been many one-on-ones all over the ground, has there, really?
No, they pushed numbers back to defend pretty well, both sides.
Here they go. Rhodes, handball, outstanding start. Thompson towards the goal line. Scobell did well to defensively, and it's out of bounds.
Take an easy kick on Scobell,
No, definitely not.
Reminds me of a bloke that used to wear number 21 for the Blues back in those halcyon days.
Timo Covey was a good player, wasn't he?
Scott Carter, ideal defender, no doubt about it. So the boundary throw-in will occur. Wines gathers out of the ruck contest and gets his second big barrel of the afternoon. Big fly from Monk. He's good enough at ground level. I should say it was Mitchum instead. So there was a bit of soccer work there to keep it into play. It was Anderson. He's wrapped up by Anders. And again, some good tackling pressure by the Eagles.
Gee, he's playing a game and a half. I know we talk about it a lot, but he's been pretty influential early in this quarter, Adam Wines.
Well, you just watch his body work. He's just getting that body in the right positions to even get that clearance. So he's up against Lenahan, body on body, handballs out, looking for Keast. That's Tom, high up and under kick. Who's going to fly? There's a number at do. Harris was at his feet. Thompson reads it best. Over the head he goes with a handball to Rhodes, who works it back. Gallishan lost it in the end. There's a Rooster there a little bit sore in that contest. Atchison, short little kick to set it up, and he does it nicely with Archie Stevens.
Good play there by Rhodes. That was really good. He went and had a crack in there again. Nice handball out. They cleared it. Eagles got numbers around this contest across half back. Lewis goes further afield. That's a good fingertipper there. That time by Grundy. Whoops. A little bit of 1-2 action. Put himself under pressure. Got to be holding the pill. Umpire says no. Well, they're going to have a ball up. Harley Colt's been good for the Eagles too, I reckon, working really hard.
Spending more time in the midfield now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So ball up. It's going to be Wines against this time Kelly. He's taken them all on today. Gallichan, kick was smothered. There's another smother. Another 1%er for the Eagles. Grundy goes in hard. Could have taken Gallichan high there, and he did. And Corey will get the result free kick. Nice tries hard, Corey Gallichan. Goes straight down the middle to Thompson. Someone not happy with that. Where that kick was directed. Specs goes through his hands. Quick kick around the body. Bouncing football. Goes through for a minor score. So the Roosters doing all the attacking at the moment, but just not getting any bang for their buck on the scoreboard. So they go to 3-6-24. North Warrnambool 5-6-36. That's on the Simon Blinds and Carpet scoreboard. Alan Blackburn, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
I think it's bad news there. Might be for the Roosters. Young Shorty might have hurt his arm. Shorty Anderson might have hurt his arm. So we don't know how bad it is at the moment. We'll just follow that up, Paddy.
So that's Paddy Anderson.
Yeah.
Be bad news because he is a very good player. So that's all thanks to Koroit Pharmacy. For all your pharmacy needs, get out and see the crew at the Koroit Pharmacy, Hilly.
Absolutely, Luke. I should say Adam Wines with the ball in hand again. The fly from the back. Oh, that's a good mark.
Good mark.
That's a very good mark there by the Roosters. And just trying to find who that was.
Is it Dye?
It might have been Dye. Nice little spot up kick, Rantel. Inside 50. Going to be chopped off by Adam Wines. And we're talking Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day and Pit Stop Menswear MVP. I reckon he's a leading contender for 3 votes in the
game and a half.
I think he's at the clock there on the rest of this coming around the turn.
Jeez, he's been good.
He's going to be tight tonight, Bucky.
Here's Luke Wines. He'll go short out of defence. Kick has to be good. Noski, they'll pay the mark. Good enough on it.
He's going to get it again, he wants. He's got no one on him. No one goes through him.
So here comes Noski. He'll go across the face of the 50, and here's Adam Wines again. So Wines just looking for the next best kick. He'll go short via foot. Finds Harris.
What's going on here, isn't there?
A little bit. Not a lot of love off between these two.
Noski lost it in the end. Sorry, boys. Did he take the second bite of it? I don't think he did. Through the fingers of Dye. Looked to get the quick handball out. Noonan wrapped up. Got the handball out in time. Here's Thompson. He lost it as well. Plenty around the contest. Luke Wines is in there, and we're going to have a ball up.
I'll tell you what has been really impressive for the Norfolk. It's their pressure, their vigour, their attack, their tackling. They're 1%ers, boys, hasn't it?
Yeah,
playing with some real spirit.
Real good.
So ball up now.
They're running. They're running hard as well.
They are. Oh, that was a good smother that time by Kelly. Comes Noonan for the Roosters. Galachad, he gets a handball out. Stevens could have been taken high. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle. Oh, red hots. The resultant free kick is going to go to Scoble. He's as tough as nails, Reece Scoble. Played a good game again today. There's a few tired boys out there already, isn't there? You know,
there's not a lot of movement, is there, further up the field, which is a good indication there's a bit of fatigue starting to set in.
Not this bloke. Adam Wines again. They need to do something. They need to do something in a hurry, the Roosters, I reckon, because he is absolutely tearing them up at the moment. So here goes Grundy, goes further afield. He's a beautiful kick. Said a little bit too much on that one, and the ball goes out of bounds. So 10.5 minutes gone, lead contracting time clock, 12-point lead. So no change really to that half-time margin here, boys.
I'd be quite happy with the first 10 minutes. The Eagles are under a little bit of pressure, but their pressure has stood up and they've defended really well.
Forward 50s for Senate Accountant Stats.
Yeah, full zip to South Warrnambool. So as I said, the Eagles back half stood up pretty well, and they've got that ruckman dropping back there, giving him a hand all the time.
Pushing hard in their reserving. Good handball out, Nicholson. So the A graders working together. Half forward line, well read by Lewis. He looked to get it out and he kicks it out on the 45. Looking for Cal Grundy. Atchison wraps him up. Lost it. And we'll have a stoppage. And I think we might be going around the grounds, Matt.
Let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matt Calhigh. Mick Finnegan. It is Warrnambool v Port Fairy at the Reed Oval. Mick, what's the latest?
Yeah, 16-minute mark for the third quarter. Warrnambool 5-2-32 to Port Fairy 6-6-42. Good game of footy, boys.
Absolutely at the Reed Oval. Let's go to Compton, taking on Koroit. Ants Money, what's the latest down there, Ants?
Yeah, boys, just started the third quarter. Quarter kicked 2 pretty quick goals to their 15-8, 98 to Cobden 7-4-46.
So the Saints well and truly on top in that one. And let's go to Bobby Thomas for the very first time this afternoon. It's the Bob Thomas Cup between Brad and Clinton. Camperdown taking on the Hamilton Kangaroos. Bobby, as we say, good afternoon. What's the latest in the Lure Oval, buddy?
Good afternoon. Yeah, the latest at this stage, just 6 minutes into the second quarter. Magpies 13, Kangaroos 31. It's been a pretty tight arm wrestle.
So the Hamilton Kangaroos off to a flyer there. So Brad winning the Bob Thomas Cup at this stage. And the other contest, boys, is Portland taking on Terran Mortlake. And the Tigers 8-12-60. They've kicked away against the Bloods 5-10-40. So we're out to a 20-point lead. And that is 20-minute mark of the third quarter. That is around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Calhigh.
Tractor Smith and Timmy Ludeman, the team. Some superstars out at Matco Hire. And back here, it's still 12 points, so there hasn't been any addition really to the score since that sort of first minute, Tildy.
Not a shootout, is it?
No. That's two good sides playing hard, contested footy.
Yeah, high-pressure game, Hilly.
Monk, they play that game against each other, that defensive game, don't they, these two sides?
Yep.
So Monk's giving away the free kick. He got the high jump out and just got his opponent a little bit too high in the end. I think that's maybe what the free kick was for. So the Eagles, ill-directed kick and a nice mark taken by South Warrnambool over the head of Nicholson. They're working hard in numbers, the Eagles, to try and stem the flow. Couch there for South Warrnambool, trying to be busy. And so we'll have a stoppage at true centre half forward, 5-6-36 to 3-6-24. 12 points the margin. Two very strong powerhouse sides in the competition, that is for sure. So the big jump there by Monk, got the tap down. Rantel, did some fancy work there. Got the handball back to Monk and just couldn't quite hit the target. Quick kick by Mitchum, high up and under kick. The big fly for Gallishan. Here comes Dye, lost it, picked up by Irving, works it back to Gallishan, centres the kick, Thompson, Nicholson on the run, and he pushes it left.
Head off.
And a minor score, but the build-up was good by South Warrnambool, but not the score they were looking for. 3-7, 25 to 5-6-36, 11 points, 14 minutes gone.
That'll be one you'd nearly put down for Nico, wouldn't you?
Generally makes you play when he gets his hands on them inside 50.
Doesn't miss them, a big fella. So Lewis goes out wide.
You know, for as well as they're defending North Warrnambool, they've struggled to get the ball past the centre line, aren't they?
They are in this quarter.
Yeah, they are. They virtually played the game in South Warrnambool's forward 50 the first 15 minutes here.
They're not getting it on the scoreboard though, the Roosters, are they? So everyone's going to fly. Here they go. So first kind of real foray forward. Handball over the top to no one in particular. Good enough to gather. Nice bit of play too. Has a little bounce with it, Grundy. Bouncing football. I'll tell you what, on the rebound, this would be big, but no, it goes.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it? They had it all to play for 15 minutes.
No, they hurt those ones against the Tide too.
So Eagles go to 5-7-37, South Warrnambool 3-7-25, low scoring affair. That's on the Solomons, Blinds and Carpet scoreboard.
So Nicholson, he'll go down the line. Good kick to Williamson. Very nice use with the football, Dan Nicholson. Always kicks with high efficiency. Williamson, underrated defender. He'll just go long down the line. Monk will be the target. At the back, Jackson Grundy slipped through his fingers. Good pick up by Lockie Wines. Oh, he didn't get enough time to get on the boot, and he gets the advantage paid against him. Kick inside, 50 for the Roosters. Noski did well. Noonan's going to attack the football, as is Lewis. And are they happy to conceding over the boundary line? It goes over in the end. And we'll have a boundary throw. And hey, Blake, all thanks to Croyd Pharmacy. Trent Williamson looks a little bit sore on that left hamstring.
Yeah, he does, mate. And just a report on Paddy, went into the rooms in the lower arm bit, so we don't know how bad it is, but we haven't seen him come back in. That's Paddy Anderson.
So the punch down from Wines. Nicholson reads it best. Tries to shrug off three. Stevens in the midst of it as well. Held to his chest and unable to get it out, and again the tackling pressure.
They actually got away with one here, the Eagles. Lockie Wines, nice pick up, but as a ruckman, a big play, give them the up. Don't try to duck around, blokes. Play within your capabilities.
So we'll have a throw in. 45 out from the Roosters goal, 3-7 to 5-7. Still that 2-goal margin. Monk, Wines. So it's Bex, I should say. Straight down the throat of Lewis. Kicks it out. And Blakey, you might get your first touch. It's out of bounds on the full. And Lenahan will get the result with free kick.
No, he got the pitch by Gallichan.
So he gets it, Gallichan, and he kicks it inside. Beck's territory. Beck's flies. Not quite in the end. Here goes Couch, lost it, paddles it forward. Quick kick by Grundy, and again that's going to go out of bounds. We'll have yet another boundary throw in.
It's like they're just kind of defending the Eagles, aren't they? They're just kind of holding on for grim life.
Hanging on, yep.
And then they're just going to have a bit of a launch in the last quarter.
They are defending hard, aren't they?
They are defending hard.
Yeah, the pressure's been amazing.
So Roosters doing all the attacking here, but they just haven't been able to hit on the scoreboard here. 2 up in the ruck. That's going to be the result. Free kick is going to go to Lockie Wines.
He's tried hard today, Lockie Wines.
He's been good.
Yeah, he's tried really hard.
Beautiful kick at the football. Oh, nearly a good mark. Full tilt. Full stretch. Grundy and Gallichan.
So both sides with no one behind the ball now, so it goes inside 50.
One-on-ones everywhere, Blackie.
Yep. Like it, Blackie.
So it's going to be Lockie Wines. and Big Harry Monk. Eagles got numbers around this ball now. Stepping through a little bit of traffic. Kick goes forward. Harry Keith sits underneath it. That was a good mark.
Good shepherd by Adam Wise. Shepherd his man out of the road.
Been good this kid today, Harry Keith. Beautiful kick out to Grundy Jackson. So the Eagles just looking to steady it a little bit. A bit going on off the ball. Goes in board. Lewis was a target. Jeez, he's got to get it. Oh, good play, Lewis, because it was in amongst three Roosters. Kick was smothered though. Here goes Thompson to Stevens. To Kelly, back to Stevens. Handball misses the target and Keith's the big truck.
Do you reckon, boys, I know North Warrnambool's pressure's been enormous, do you reckon the smaller deck, though, South Warrnambool will fall into the trap of that one extra handball?
I mean, you might be
had a lot of space out
just
here.
overdoing
Yeah,
it.
just at one too many occasions.
So just getting it in forward, putting the pressure on.
Get someone clear, but not 3 or 4 times.
Fist that time by Lockie Wines to McKinnon. High up and under. Atchison sits underneath it. Nearly takes a mark. Good enough to get it again. Handball comes out there. Beautiful kick out to Rhodes, who's got some space. Been good in this third quarter. He goes further afield to Stevens. Been magnificent for the Roosters. Kicks on the right boot down the field. It's going to go to the big man, Sammy Kelly. So Kelly will take the result free kick. He want to give it back here. Yeah, Maskey just gives it back. He give him time just to get set up behind the football.
No backs, he's off at the moment, so
Kelly's going to have a shot, you would imagine. It's within range because he strikes him pretty well, Big Kel. So comes in just on the 50-metre arc. I tell you what, he's kicked it well, but he's just pulled it to the right. It's gone through for a minor score. So the Roosters doing all the attacking, but they're just not getting the reward on the scoreboard. They got a 3-8-26.
Yep.
5-7-37, the Eagles.
Senior accountant stats should have 9 inside 50s to 2 this quarter, South Warrnambool's way.
And Blackie, Trent Williamson coming back on. It looks like it was just cramped thanks to Corey Pharmacy.
So the kick to win. Grundy finds some space. He'll go laterally to Sam McKinnon. Now, was he going to give the running handball to Bishop? No, he'll go back behind the mark. He's got Anders short if he wants him on the centre wing. And young Anders, the left foot up.
He's good, this kid too.
Yeah, wants that left side, Hilly.
So Thompson's smart where he's positioned himself. He'll have to wheel around.
Bit of experience there, Hilly.
Absolutely. Hand-to-leg life member. Ready at almost best there was Tommy Keese, and he got in there for a second effort. The Eagles over the top. Can they get it through Harry? Keese, they can't. The ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
So Adam Warren's having a little bit of a spell, but he spells forward because they need him up there at the moment. So he's been enormous, hasn't he, today?
Unbelievable.
So boundary throw in to occur. 45 out from the Eagles' goal. What's that? 3 inside forward 50s in this third term. Wines almost got it out of the contest. That was Lockie. Lenihan there may have been thrown without the football. Has to be a free kick for the Roosters. And Lenihan, just after the contest, was tackled without the football. And he'll get the result free kick across half back.
Nicholson deep forward for South at this stage.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it.
Dangerous matchup.
Atchison, who's been rock solid across half back this afternoon. A number of marks, and he's efficient by foot. Now they're just blocking out the space here, the Eagles. He's got no choice to go short to Mullen. Still across half back. He'll go short again. Kick has to be good. It is to Galashan.
Good bit of shit boys look about him, hasn't he? Atchison.
So Galashan plays on, spearing pass, Allerton the target, almost lays out, or he takes a nice mark, the youngster.
Good young player.
So Allerton kept a very steady head. Goes inside forward 50, Kelly's the target. Too much on the kick, out of bounds on the full. The Eagles will get a chance to reset.
Well, let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matco High. Mick Finnegan up at the Reed Oval. Mick, what's the latest? Warrnambool Port Fairy.
Yeah, the game started to open up a little bit. Port Fairy seemed to getting on a bit of a run. Port Fairy just cooking for goal now. And they're into South 2-2. Port Fairy 7-6-48.
So the Seagulls on a bit of a roll up there at the Reed Oval at the moment. Let's go to Ants Marnie. Cobden taking on Croydon. Ants, what's the latest out there, buddy?
LHU 14.5 in the score and Croydon 17-8 110. Cobden 8-5 53.
Beautifully done, Ants. Let's go to Bobby Thomas. Camberdown v Hamilton. What's the latest, Bob?
Yeah, about 16 minutes into the second quarter. Magpies just for 2 quick goals to score now. Magpies 25, Kangaroos 50.
So it's a nice lead there to the Hamilton Kangaroos. So they'll be up and about. They're looking for their first victory. Portland Tigers, they're currently 9-12-66 to Rand Mortlake 6-10-46. That is around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Cohai, boys.
Yeah, some good games around the region, and I guess there's no blowouts out there at the moment either. Besides probably maybe the Cobden one, maybe a little bit beyond them, but
good for the competition, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want 5 blowouts a week.
No, absolutely not. Here they go, the Eagles. It was McKinnon, Lewis on the left boot. Smart kick out in front of Snooze Wines. Outer side wing. He'll shark it to half forward. Everill's at target. Good bit of work there by Mitchum, who's had a good third quarter. Atchison taking over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in forward 50.
He's gone on Everil, hasn't he? So he's done well, Mitchum.
Yeah. I was about to say with Everil, do you think he misjudges the ball in flight slightly, or do you think they've continued to kick it over his head?
I reckon it's been a bit 50-50.
Yeah, a bit of
I reckon there's been a bit, there's been a couple maybe just misjudged, but a few that have far too hard to try and stretch and mark.
He's been very good, don't you know, but he hasn't been hit lace out on the lead many occasions, has he?
No. Minor score to the Eagles. That boosts them up to 5-8-38, 3-8-26 South Warrnambool, so 10 points the margin. 23 and a half minutes gone in this third term. That's all thanks to Lee Contracting.
Here we go. Kick comes out again. Not the best. Keist in there. He's been magnificent, Harry Keist. Anders, he's wrapped up in a strong tackle. Going nowhere. And we are going to have a ball up. So Trent Williams has been trying to come back on the ground for a long time, guys. Been standing there for about 7 or 8 minutes, I reckon. Here's Wines again. Monk gets a handball out this time. Wines goes in there again. 2 balls out of there, him and Nicholson. And we are going to have a ball up. So umpire McNaughton sends her a loft again.
How many goals have kicked this quarter, Hilly?
None.
That's what I was thinking.
No, not one, mate. They got within 1 point. They've added 1 point more.
Oh, here we go. Here go the Eagles. Lockie Wines over the top to Snooze, wrapped up in a strong tackle. It's a good tackle by William Mullen. You don't get an easy kick on him either. He squares up to Rhodes. He's had a good third quarter, young Sammy Rhodes.
It's been pretty good all day, Stewie.
I like him on that wing, to be honest. That's his spot. Kicks further afield to Rantel. Rantel goes long to Jack Dye. So Dye's on that far outer side. Haven't seen a lot of Dye this afternoon.
He's played a roll further up the ground than the usual roll inside 50.
He's dangerous when he goes forward. He's such a hard matchup. He's good in the air.
He complements Bex really well.
Bex, good fist away that time by Noski. Does the work on the ground as well. Handball comes forward from Lewis. Stepping through traffic there. That was nice play by McKinnon. Gets it to Keist. Harry. His kick was skew-if. Rhodes does well far out of sight. Just fists it to himself. Goes and gets it again.
Well done.
That was good play by the youngster.
Good kid.
And ball goes out of bounds, and we will have a ball up far out of side. Injury update on Blackburn, all thanks to Croyd Pharmacy.
Just talking to one of the South trainers, and it's bad news, I think, unofficially, broken wrist, I'd say, for Paddy Anderson. So
that'll be bad
Dr.
news.
Hall's in with him now and just monitoring it. But
He looks sore when he was on the ground, Blakey. Absolutely. Hope it's the best case scenario for Paddy. He's a ripper.
Hey, how many clearances do you reckon Adam Wines had?
Vards won't get back in the rush, to be honest. He's going to have to come through the twos, I reckon, Vards.
Here they go, Anders, trying to keep it across half forward. Just plenty of numbers for both sides, just tying things up, Tildy, making a real hard clinch to get it out.
Yes, it's fair to say goals are at a premium, Hilly, isn't it?
So,
but it's still a good contest.
Yeah, it is a good contest to watch, for sure, Blackie, yeah.
Blood rule, Blackie. So it look like it might be, is it Cobb or Keist? Tommy Keist or Cobb?
Bit of claret coming out there, Hilly.
So O'Brien will take
Tommy Keist, yeah.
So Tommy Keist.
Oh, don't wipe your jumper on it, Tommy. You just wipe your jumper.
So the number 22 just having a bit of a rest and a patch up. And Zaid Harris comes back on as well as Maxi Irving. So a few changes there. Well, we've just got a bit of a halt in play. 27 minutes gone, third term.
So Rantel just coming off, looks pooped, as they all do.
So here we go, the Roosters got the kick out of the clearance. They all fly for it, and it bowled Shannon Bex, Noski.
Done it all.
He's been pretty good again, Noski.
Ah, he's a ripper. Left foot kick there by Lewis, has to be good. Stevens was the first to get it. Rhodes in there again, he's been terrific. Quick kick from Lenihan, high up and under. Underneath Grundy.
Right.
And a Peter Bolstad, mark of the day contender from Grundy. And it's a beauty. Goes back to Noski. So I think they're sort of just waxing here, the Eagles, just to try and buy a bit of time to sort of ensure that, they keep that 2-goal lead heading into the final break.
So the ball on that far side were alive in the first leg of the quarter to the favourite win, Zlotys. So short way home, but that's all right, we're alive. That's the key to it.
Graham Bexall.
Yes, it is. It is. Here are the Roosters to attack again. Kelly, he's fisted away that time by Keast. Grundy, Noski.
Should have taken the short, Bucky, I'm with you.
Kicks out wide. It's a 50-50 contest. Henderson. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds. Right in front of us here in the commentary truck. That's right. We're in the truck area at the Eagles. They look after us. And the changes are coming thick and fast because it's a warm day. A little bit more blustery conditions have picked up too.
And the ball's over this side, Matthew. That's a...
It is, Blackie.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus. Big fist that time by Harry Monk. We're going to have another ball up. So it's a 12-point lead. It was a 13-point lead at half-time of the North Warrnambool Eagles. Roosters picked back one. They are kicking with a slight breeze in this third quarter. This time it was
Here he goes.
Wines. Follows it up. He's been enormous. They said they were going to go in with a 4-man on-ball contingent today.
Yep,
with
it's
no
worked well.
Nathan Vardy. It's worked for him, hasn't it?
Yep.
Sometimes they can throw opposition sides off,
Yeah,
can't
it's
it?
worked really well.
So ball smack bang virtually on centre wing. And look at this umpire lock it. Oh, it's a ball up. I thought he was going to throw it in. I thought he was going to throw it in. I thought he was doing it all, Lockie. There goes Wines again. He's just beating everything, isn't he? I know you're probably sitting there going, come on, you're pumping this bloke up a bit, but he's done an enormous job today. He's undersized.
He's rucked against probably 4 different opponents.
Yeah. No, he's been enormous. When you talk at Matthews Patron, when I talked to Dave this morning on the phone, he's loving the cover. There's a big fly for Monk. Gets it down that time to Emmy. Roosters into attack. Coming out to me. How'd he pull that one in? That's a Peter Boss-Bridgestone grabber today. And Burks, if anyone will kick this, it'll be Shannon. He's right on the boundary. He's going to be getting plenty of stick off the boys in the bar. Make no mistake about that. They don't miss him in there. If he kicks this, he'll turn around and give him a little wry smile, I reckon. So Shannon Becks comes in, kicks on its way. I like it. No. Goes through for a minor score. So they've done all the attacking in this third quarter, the Roosters, haven't they?
I think an indication of how many stoppages we've had this quarter, boys, is we've played 30 and a half minutes and we haven't had a goal kicked.
Similar to the second term, even though we had 4 goals kicked in that quarter. So almost 31 ticked over. Third term, Hampton League Live match of the day. Grand final rematch between the Eagles and the Roosters. Lewis kicks out with some penetration. Wines, Monk, brilliant. Best was brilliant. And through the gaps he goes.
Oh, no.
Works the handball back to Harry Keast. He'll go to corridor. And here's Harris. The siren beats him.
Oh, they were away then too.
And we've still got a good ball game here at the Bushfield Oval. It is 5-8-38 North Warrnambool. South Warrnambool 3-9-27. 3-quarter time. 11 points to the margin. Blackie and Tildy. What are your thoughts heading into
What was it at half-time, Hill? It was 13 points, wasn't it?
12 or 13.
Yep. They changed the score on us, actually. There was 1 point added on, so it was a 13-point lead.
So they've only made 2 points up on the deficit.
A lot of hard work for 2 points, wasn't it? Yeah, they defended really well, North Warrnambool. Breeze advantage, Blackie, in the last quarter. Eagles, do you think?
I'll go out and have a look in the middle, but I reckon it's a couple.
Couple to the Eagles?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, it's in an account stats there, boys. South Warrnambool 12-5 inside 50, which brings the total to 32-31 to the game, so pretty even there. But what sort of stood out to me so far again in that quarter is just a precious North Warrnambool being able to apply. Just not giving any space for the Roosters to work in whatsoever.
No, the pressure has been enormous right across the board. We're in the ball game here. Our Hampton League Live match of the day. 3-quarter time. It's the Eagles 5-8-38. North Warrnambool 3-9-27. We're going to take a break, come back with final quarter action on your home of football netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3-1. 3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool-Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
G'day, Luke Williams here. At Luke Williams Real Estate, competition is in our nature. Per team member, we sell more properties than anyone else. We're not the biggest, but we are the busiest. Luke Williams Real Estate. Let's kick some winning goals together this season.
It's a place for the coaches,
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
the defenders, and those who love a good smother. And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches,
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
the defenders, and those who love a good smother. And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk, Ponting's Mitre 10, Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Three-quarter time out here in our Hampton League Live match of the day. We've got a game. It is at North Warrnambool 5838, South Warrnambool 3927. That is on the Solomon's Footing and Blind scoreboard. Big huddle around the Red Army. They're up and about it here at Bushfield. It's normally the other way around, isn't it? Maybe Gatherround's got a few of the Eagles faithful.
Could be in Adelaide, yeah. It wouldn't be a bad spot to be, but we're out here at this game and it's game on, Stewie. It's game on. I only had 8 goals kicked for the day, so that therefore you'd have to tell me a little advantage for North Warrnambool's probably worth its weight in gold. They are coming home with a little bit of a breeze, a bit probably 1 to 2 goal breeze. I think the matter is the fact of the matter now is whether the Eagles can keep applying the pressure, whether they can keep applying the pressure when they're starting to get a little bit tired, whether they keep making those tackles stick, whether they can not give away sloppy 3 kicks, just to keep applying the pressure. And this could be a really memorable win for them without their coach Nathan Vardy here today, and be one that could really build some confidence and really kickstart their season, get them 2-zip. South Warrnambool have won back-to-back flags for a reason, so they're still right in this contest. They've got some quality players. Shannon Becker's got his hands on a couple, but he's the sort of guy that could come out and kick 2 or 3 in this last quarter. So we've got a really exciting game on our hands.
Liam Ryan could be 1-0 in his coaching career.
100%'s not a bad record.
which would be amazing. So, it is going to be a really entertaining final quarter of footy out here at Bushfield this afternoon. That is for sure. Who are you tipping from here, Tildy?
Have to go for the Eagles, mate. Yep. Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's not a big margin, 11 points, but in a low-scoring contest, kicking with the Breeze in the last quarter, I'd like to be in their shoes.
Who are you with,
I think North Warrnambool, if they can, they get an early one. It's been a hard day to score, so I think North can hold on.
Hey, just a quick one to Madco High around the grounds. 52-point victory. Suns over the North Melbourne.
52 points.
52 points. They're the real deal, the Suns. Make no mistake about it. Carlton notch up their first victory of the season. 71 points over the West Coast Eagles. So the Blues get the job done. Blackie, what was the messaging at three-quarter time?
I've just been out there. The Breeze is probably not a factor, Stewie. It might be 1 goal at the most. Comes and goes, Run it out. It's been tough, hard contested game for both sides, and they just want to run it out, keep that pressure up, and just may the best side win, I say.
And here we go.
It's a handy break, though.
It is a handy break to the Roosters. They're going to strike first into attack. That far out of side is Rhodes. Had a really good third quarter. Good use of the football. Beautiful kick. Playing on. Advantage has been played here to the Roosters. Little chip kick over the top. They just overdone it there for mine. Could have kicked the goal. Happy to see it go through for mine to score.
Oh, what's the go there?
I don't know.
I think you're allowed to do that in Hampton League, aren't you?
If you're under pressure, I think so. Blake, I think they're watching too much AFL. But that was a good build-up by South, and they had a couple of blokes here for mine could have gone back and had a shot.
They've overcooked the footy a bit today, Stewie. Just over-possessed the ball at times.
So here's Jackson Grundy. He's been fantastic. Goes inboard to Harry Keast. Over the top to that man, Adam Wines. He's in Matthews' petroleum contention. Kicks further afield to Everell. Good shepherd off the football.
Higgins
it was, sorry. Goes through for a minor score. It was a chance too. I think he didn't realise how much time he had. Higo. So the Eagles go to 5-9-39. South Warrnambool 3-9-27. And that is on the Solomon's Florian Blinds scoreboard.
The great Terry Becks.
Heading off to the
Ashes.
Oh, good.
Front position mark there by Sam McKinnon. And he's a big kick, but probably a little bit too far for Sam, but he'll give it some good meterage. Inside 50, he's got Keast running short if he wants him. Has to kick it up high. Numbers are favouring the South. Roosters. Fly there by Wines. Williamson did well. Pocketed there by Zach Everell. He's wrapped up and not going anywhere. So a win for the Eagles in the fact that they could get a
stoppage. Yep, they take that for sure.
Only 8 goals scored again here today. Another low-scoring affair between these two teams. It's amazing, isn't it? On a perfect day for footy.
I get the feeling we might see these two teams again at the
Wines. He snapped out of the body, but it went high up and under. And they're a bit of volleyball going on rather than football here at the moment. O'Brien sees it over the boundary line. Will have a boundary throw in. So 12 points the margin.
I'm not saying grand final day necessarily, but I think they'll both be right in the thick of the action come finals time.
And this is the way they play against each other, isn't it?
Yeah. So boundary throw in again. They're watching each other and close checking one another. So no one's got space. Front position. Becks. Grundy gathers, kicks out of the pack. Grundy on the last line of the defence. Some nice work there by Mitchum, and they rout the Roosters. And hopefully, for the Roosters' sake, it's Jay Rantel on the end of it.
A bouncing football. Rantel gathers. He's a running machine. He goes back to Galachan. Galachan, little chip kick further afield, just misses the target that time. Eagles got numbers around this contest. One of them's Luke Wines to Keast. A little bit of a change of handball. There's Adam Wines. Beautiful kick to the Sungold-Men. That was the 3 Wines boys combining.
Wines.
Well, the Cracker brothers. The Scott brothers. There's been a few over the journey.
Playing a good brand of footy, North. They tackled and always got someone to give it to, haven't they? Someone running past.
So this is a big kick from Snooze.
If If Adam Wines is best on ground, then Luke Wines is
not far behind.
Not that far behind. He's in contention. He's played a pretty good game also across half back there today.
Yep.
So when he comes, Matty Wines kicks just inside 50, strikes it well. You'll know by the crowd. Is it coming back? No, it's not. Would have been a big goal. 5-10-40, North Warrnambool, 3-9-27, the Eagles. Solomon's Florian Blind scoreboard. So Galachan just runs and plays on. Kick has to be good. Williamson come off with a little bit of cramp. He's been good. Kicks further afield. Rhodes is the target. Good work. Atchison's there as well. Oh, take it home. There had to be a free kick there to Atchison. And he's got the resultant free kick. The crowd's lifted as well into this one. Goes back inboard to Henderson. Henderson goes further afield to Mullen. Mullen's got a runner in Mitchum. Mitchum now combining. Beautiful kick of the football that time to Jack Dye. Dye now wants to bang it long and strong. Kelly's going to be the target. Noski gets back with a big fist. Scouting and roving that time. Taken high. High the football.
Luke Wines again, boys.
Lukey Wines with a magnificent Peterbolt Spritstone play of the day.
Noski was good in that defensive work again, wasn't he? He was able just to get that fist.
He just felt very rarely gets beaten one-on-one.
Backs his athleticism. So Brennan now. Bit of a role change for Brennan too. He's gone to half back. He's more of a forward.
Pretty lively across half back too.
Agree. Here they go. A quick chain of handballs. O'Brien inside 50. Everett versus Williamson to 50-50. Losing his footing. Everett check side. Has a shot at goal. A minor score to Zach Everett. He's been a highlight reel up forward when the ball's in his hands.
Yeah,
and a minor score.
The roles have been reversed in terms of missing opportunities early in the quarter, Hilly.
So 5-10-40, North Warrnambool, South Warrnambool 3-9-27, 13 points the margin. I should say it's been a update 5-11-41 to 3-9-27, so 14 points. So here they go, Galashan. He'll go short to Archie Stevens. Has to be spot on, it is. He'll go the quick handball. No, he won't. He was looking to maybe go that avenue, Archie. What a terrific player he's been. First 3 games of 24, he had 3 best on grounds in accordance to the umpire. Oh, good strong contested mark. Shannon Banks. Here's Ollie Smith. Put under a little bit of pressure with the kick. Numbers favouring the Eagles. Good defensive punch. Keist is there. Luke Wines is there. And the handball has to be spot on. It is to Jared Lewis. He'll go short via forward and he spots up Harry Keist.
Geez, that was a good mark by Bex. A mark's 3.
Yeah, it was super mark.
It was a ballsy handball to Lewis, but it was it come off in the end.
Lewis did really well to drop his eyes and hit up a short then.
Adam Wines kicks it to half forward. Where's he going to go? Punched away over the line by Galashan. We'll have a boundary throw. And Blakey, let's go to you. All thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solution.
Yeah, they've had a chance. They've had a couple of chances, North, and as Tildy said, South had them chances in the third quarter, but still a tight contest, 14 points. So if they get the next one, it'll be pushed out to 20. We make it pretty tough.
It's a fair way back from there, Blakey, in a low-scoring game.
So we've ticked over 6 minutes. There's Monk, wins it down. Coming through there is Grundy. Jackson. Bouncing football forward. Roosters got plenty of numbers around this contest. That was Mitchum. Good contest. Wines.
Nearly in the back there.
Nearly in the back. Tilly, you called it. But umpire Lockheed says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. So it's a 14-point lead here, the Eagles. Final quarter action. Monk with a double fister. Grundy just gets it out to little Gorman. Gorman swings on the right boot. Grundy just goes through his hands. There's Higgins. Steps through a bit of traffic. Mullins there. Snooze Wines. Could have been taken high. Gets it out to Keist. Back to Gorman. Just fumbles. Goes and gets it again. There's Rhodes. There's a lot of tight boys out here. Look at Lewis. And good play there off the ball.
He's played a free kick, Stewie.
Yeah, it's going to go. He's probably there.
I reckon.
He did. He shouted a big shout out.
No, he grabbed him and pulled him out of the roads.
And just, they get to know each other. So the ball goes forward again. There's Luke Wines. Big fist. So ball's on that far outer side. It's in space now. This is where Jack Dye uses his pace. Just overruns the football. McKinnon's there for the Eagles. Stacks on the mill once again. How's the umpire going to see it? Now we're going to have a ball up. So the Roosters need, if they can get a goal quickly here, all of a sudden a bit of scoreboard pressure.
Yep.
And a bad day to have one rotation down too, I suppose, isn't it, really?
Bex has pressed forward to this stoppage here.
Scoble going with him. So over that outer side, here comes Wines.
Another clearance.
Inside 50. Grundy up there against Atchison. Everall being busy. Well done, Atchison. Got the handball out. And a nice kick in the end to Nick Thompson. So Thompson will use a short kick and use it effectively to Jack Dye. He'll go high and long. Watch for Shannon Becks to fly for this one. Big Becks out in front. Good reading there by Rhodes. Into the space of Allen. And Leo Allen will kick a goal for the Roosters. His first goal in senior footy for leaping Leo Allen. And the Roosters are back in this game to an 8-point margin. It's 4-9-33 to 5-11-41. And it was what the Roosters needed. And that was a good chain of play there.
It's a high kick inside the forward 50. Becks was always going to draw a crowd, there's no doubt about that. And I think it was young Rhodes. His front and square work was pretty impressive. Yeah, he's been a good player today, Rhodes. And over the top to young Allen, and he's been very impressive. Hasn't looked out of place at senior level at all. So very much game on now, boys.
It's got a little bit of the last year's grand final feel about this game, hasn't it, boys?
Just with them starting to get fatigued now, the Eagles, it's just a matter of whether they can keep sticking to the job and keep applying that pressure.
So Roosters go to 4-9-33. That scoreboard hasn't been updated. 5-11-41 the Eagles. So here they go again. Maxi Irvin driven into the ground there. Could have been a free kick. Umpire says no.
You're right now.
So we're going to have a secondary bounce. Still about 24 degrees out here at Bushfield. Been a beautiful day for football. A lot of tired boys out there, as you can imagine. So the Eagles hang on for dear life here. There goes Wines. He's wrapped up in a tackle going nowhere. And as we said, there's a lot of tired boys out there. So we're going to have another ball up here. I tell you, he's going to sleep well tonight. Adam Wines. He fair dinkum. He will sleep like a baby, I reckon. There he goes again.
Another clearance. He's had a dozen clearances by himself.
I can't wait to see the stats, those night vision stats when they come forward. There goes Higgins. He's been dangerous in this final quarter. Kick goes forward. Everall, Williamson. Oh, happy to see it go out there looking for deliberate. They won't pay that one. She's tightening up, isn't it, boys?
Yes, it hasn't been high scoring, but it's still been an entertaining game. Nice, tough, physical contest.
The boundary throw. We're just escorting the dog off the ground. Umpire Lockheed.
Collie, yeah.
The dog whisperer.
Dog's behaving badly. That's a show on TV, isn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Starring Lindy Watson.
William Atchison, he's wrapped up by Matty Wines and not going anywhere. Again, we'll have another stoppage.
Let's go around the grounds quickly. All thanks to Matt Hi, Mick Finnegan, Warrnambool Portfolio. What's the latest, Mick?
Yeah, it's game's even right up here now. The 17-minute mark, and young Harry Pollock, about 40 metres out, having a kick for goal for Prairie, a 1 goal up at this stage. 7-6-48, Warrnambool to Port Perry 8-6-54 with young Harry Pollock running in right now for a goal. Hopefully,
go the footy up there. Let's go to Ants Marnie, Compton v. Carroll. What's the latest down there, Ants?
Yeah, just three-quarter time here, boys. Compton had a good quarter. They outscored Court. The Court still hold a 6-goal lead. 17-9-111 to Compton 11-9-75.
Saints doing it easy. Let's go to Bob Thomas, Camperdown v. Hamilton at the over. What's the latest, Bobby?
Yeah, half-time, Kangaroos 62, Camperdown 39.
Wow. There you go, 60. So the Kangaroos are absolutely flying at the moment. Here go the Eagles, though. They're into attack once again. Kick comes forward. Lockie Wines, great gather. Swing to the right boot. High up and under. Here goes Everall. Good defensive play. Roosters getting numbers back. That was Mug. Back to Rantel. Rantel comes back through again. Stepping through traffic there was Irving. There's Atchison, gets a quick kick out of the pack, bouncing football. Lewis sells a little bit of candy, goes in, board, and a good mark by Jackson Grundy.
See, we talk about them maintaining the pressure there. They just hemmed South Warrnambool in there. That 30-second passage of play, they just couldn't break clear.
And just quickly, that other game, Portland 13-15-93, Terang Mortlake 8-16-64.
We're back on.
Back on. Tigers back on. This is a big kick in the context of this game too for mine. He's cramping up to Grundy.
How's the Chopper Lewis solar candy?
He's been solid. Yeah, he's been good.
Unbelievable.
Always been one of our favourites, Silly.
He's a rapid chopper.
So Nicholson is coming back onto the ground for South Warrnambool. Grundy comes in. He's going to make it tough. He can sort this for the Roosters. Comes in, kicks on its way.
She's home.
He likes it. And the Eagles fans below us like it. And he's got the cramp, but that doesn't worry. He's been enormous, and he's going number 2 for Jackson Grundy. Good to see him back in Eagles colours today. And the North Warrnambool Eagles, they go to 6-11-47. Roosters 4-9-33. That's on the Solomons Forgan Blind scoreboard. We have played 14 minutes, final quarter.
Yeah, they just hemmed South Warrnambool back in there, forced a bit of a hat kick out, and super dukes by Grundy above his head there. That was a sticky finger mark. Got a bit of cramp now. He's good enough to kick the goal. I reckon he might go and rest deep in the goal square here, boys.
Good pressure, Blackie, by the Eagles forward sets.
Had him pressure handball, and they got another centre clearance now, so they're right into it, North Warrnambool.
Harry Keast was the man who got the clearance in the end, and we're about 55 out from the Eagles' goal, so it's a 14-point margin. North Warrnambool, the big story pre-game was no Nathan Vardy, the big man, out with illness.
So they've kicked 4 for the game, and they need 3 to win South Warrnambool.
Yeah, but the funny thing is it's still gettable, Blackie.
Yeah, it is.
Still probably 15 minutes to play.
So the ruck contest, no real winner in there. Going in there is Cobb. He's wrapped up.
We're alive in the quaddy too. The fave. Wonder Boy wins the second leg.
Could be a shorty.
Might be a short quad if we get it, but we're just happy to get it.
Yep. Greg got his confidence up.
Sometimes just a little confidence booster.
Here we go. Wines out of the pack. Kicks up high. The man is going to be chasing is Grundy. Can he keep it in? No, he can't.
Another clearance.
Yeah, he's been good.
Number 14 clearance
today. 14 or 15. He's been rock solid, Winesy. What's the inside 50s this quarter, Tilt?
Yes, this quarter 9-4. The Eagles way, Hilly.
Yep. So let's see what this passage of play can do. As you said, it's only 14 points, and we know the South Roosters, if they can get a bit of a run on, they are a dangerous side.
I mean, Shannon Beckson kicked 3 in 10 minutes himself, mate.
Oh, it's gettable, but it's a matter of just getting that first one there. Here they go through the handball chain to Lanahan. They're building a really good wall across half forward here, the Eagles, and Lewis has been one of the ones that's been really lively. So that 50-50 ball still in Wines' possession, free kick, and he's in it again.
Don't give him the voucher, boys.
Actually, he might get the 3-2 on the mark today.
Fair to get in the Matthews Petroleum.
It's not a tough one, Wixie.
No.
So Adam Wines, he's 48 out. Has he got any energy in that leg to kick it long? He does. He'll go to the top of the square. They fly high. Roosters got numbers at the back. Gallish and a nice little tap down to Henderson. The umpire's called it out of bounds. Line ball. And it'll be a boundary throw in about 7 or 8 metres around from the Eagles' goal.
So you just think, in a sense here, the next goal is so important. If the Eagles get it, I reckon that'll be enough. If the Roosters get it, they're going to come.
Yep, they get another one here, Shuey. I think it's just about done and dusted.
16 and a half minutes gone, final term.
I think the Eagles had 66 tackles to three-quarter time as well.
Yeah, it's pretty
Pressure
impressive.
has been enormous, Blackie.
Yeah, it has.
If you can kind of hit around, if you can hit 90 tackles a game, you don't lose too many games of footy. There you go. There's a stat for you, boys. Quick kick comes out. There's little Leo Allen. Just goes through his mitts. Lukey Wines there. Ooh, wraps up. And we're going to have a ball up. Geez, there's a lot of boys cramping out there. They need the pickle juice, Blackie. Have you got any pickle juice on hand?
Not on me. I'm sorry.
A little bit of pickle juice in here. Wines again. Let him. He's just wrestling. He's wrestled all day and he just hasn't stopped. He's fit.
He's a strong man.
He's been doing Roosters 24/7 gym, high altitude training.
Yeah, it didn't work for me and Hilly.
You've learned to persevere.
It's called commitment, boys. If you can't persevere, it might help.
You went once, didn't you, Tildy?
No, I went for a while. Just doing the man flu, and then that's the white flag went up pretty quick.
Look, the Chopper Lewis, hasn't he been good in this forward quarter?
Yeah, it's good player.
The veteran kicks into the pocket. Grundy's the target. Good fist that time by Atchison. Handball over the top to Gallatin. Steps around through a little bit of traffic. Oh, here goes Lukey.
That's the second best.
Beautiful mark too by Lukey Wines.
Snooze has been disappointing.
Oh, he's in trouble here. He gets back to Lewis. They nearly got himself into trouble. Everett gets himself in the front position. Good use of the body. Keast gets a handball out. There's Anders. Goes for it. Oh, reading it just a little bit better that time was Mullen. Might have been actually Mitchum. Plays on quickly to Atchison. Atchison far out of side looking for Rhodes. And he's going to see them all and go out of bounds.
They just haven't been able to be cleaning the way out of the back 50 today. They haven't been able to link any play up from there. You know, when you normally see South Warrnambool, when they're in possession of the footy, they don't sort of give it up, do they? They've been able to possess the ball till they get forward of centre. Just haven't been able to do that today.
They're going too wide, I reckon.
Possibly, yep. So which might be a credit to North Warrnambool's pressure also.
14 points of margin. Wine still in there up against Bex. Been a good hit out. Nicholson got some territory with a kick. Good frontal mark there by Noonan. Die, open forward line. Look at Jackson Couch run. The ball trickles towards the goal line. And it bounces favourably, and Couch kicks a goal.
Game on here.
Keeps the line in it, the Roosters. It keeps the minutes back to 8 points. And we've only ticked over 19 minutes, so that was a good kick by Dye and a good sprint there by Couch.
And that's exactly what you're talking about then, Tildy. That's open play like that. Kicked it in the middle, and Couch ran under it.
Bit of play against Paddock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just wondering whether Grundy's good to go here back in the midfield, or he's going to cramp up again.
He's cramping, but he's going to go in. Charlie McKinnon, the runner, he's gone out and he said snooze. You go forward, I'm going in. So they've got young Gorman, who I reckon...
He's might have a bit of a run with roll here, has he, Gorman?
I think he's either going to Nicholson or Stevens when he's in there. I've just been watching that.
Yeah, I have too, so he has put a bit of time in Archie Stevens this quarter.
There's a big centre break, this one.
Massive. Still plenty of time left here. So it's an 8-point lead to the North Warrnambool Eagles. It is game on. There goes Nicholson. Stacks on the mill. Keast. Quick kick forward, so the Eagles into attack. Bouncing football. Mullins there, happy to see the ball go out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw in far out of side.
Give you a little goal kicking update from Hamlin Park. Big Jakey Wilson's bagged 6 this afternoon thus far.
Big Jakey, what a machine, he's a big man. And I'm going to just tell you that Aspura Boys has just won over in Adelaide. The champ who won Ascot went around at $4. What a ridiculous price, boys.
Did you have any of that?
Absolutely, Tildy.
Well done. Well done.
Just giving money away.
Sure, it's the right horse.
Yeah, it's got the right. It hasn't got the nose roll, has it, that one?
Fair dinkum. How can that horse go around and wins at Royal Ascot? It goes to Adelaide over $1,000.
For $4.
Come on. What's happened? $4.40 it's paid.
Here we go, Wines in there again. Another clearance from Adam Wines. So you might make the break the Chittix Bakery and JT King stats clearance record in the head.
As a ruckman.
Yeah. No, honestly, if Vards is there tuning in, Vards, you will not get back in first ruck this week. Because I'll tell you what it's done though. I reckon it's actually thrown. It's thrown the Roosters.
Yeah, I reckon that's too.
They just because they normally be scouting off the big man.
Yep.
And I reckon it's really thrown him a bit today, to be honest.
Atchison gets the dribbler out. Wines again, another touch. Around the body he goes. They fly. Who's lurking at the back? Atchison, as is Harris.
Can you see, like, moving forward, if these two sides met in the final, Vardy starting forward and Wines in the ruck?
Well, I think Everill's been good forward, so we might have to start a centre half forward.
I might go to centre half back.
I think I'll squeeze him in, boys.
So boundary throw in, 11 metres around. Monk front position on Wines. And it's going to be tight. There's not going to be an inch that's going to be let by from each side. And another stoppage. So it's been, gee whiz, I'm looking forward to seeing what the hit-out count is over the stats, because we've had a lot of stoppages too.
Enormous amount of stoppages, Hilly. Like, we've had 30-plus minute quarters with 11 goals kicked for the day.
So 8 points of margin. Wines goes out of ruck. Check side. Lucky Wines. Goal! Wow. Alicka's got a snag away. He used his size. He's got that goal-kicking knack. And Lucky Wines kicks his first of the day and extends the lead back out to 14 points. 7-11-53 to 5-9-39, and that was a ripper goal. Blackers, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Oh, magnificent. He used his body well to get position, and then done that beautiful check side. And he's a kid that's trained pretty hard during the off season, lost a bit of weight, and done really well. That was a beautiful goal.
He connects pretty well with the footy, doesn't he? It's good purchase. It's a good kick, yeah. I've been impressed by his game. He made a little blue here where he probably shouldn't give a handball in front of us, but besides that, he's been really good for the Eagles. And
his old man was a good player, mate. He was a good sportsman, Josh.
Yeah, and
until the Pies got the better of him.
He gives a little bit of presence about him. He throws his weight around. He's good.
Well, he's come from a rugby background. He didn't play much footy when he was over in WA, so he's only really picked up footy the last couple of years, I've led to believe.
You feel his tackles, Lee, for sure.
I don't know about that one, but the free kick's been a
Come on, Blakey.
Goes forward. He's been trying hard all day as Stevens. Can the Roosters get a quick response here? There's Lewis. Dye takes a mark. 15, yes. And he's a big leg.
He's in range.
He'll get the distance here, Jack Dye. He can slot this. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, Joshy was a very good tennis player. Footballer. And River Raid got the better of him. He was a good gamer as well back in the day. And a good basketballer too. The big fella, believe it or not, he was a very good sportsman. Comes in, Dye. Jeez, he's kicked that high. He's a kick. Have a look at that one. The Roosters, they're not done with yet. They got a 6-9-45 back to 8-point ball game.
What a kick.
753. That's on the Solomons 4-9 scoreboard, and it is game on. There's still about 5 minutes to play here, boys.
Yeah, because it's been such a low-scoring game, they're always a chance. And you've gone back-to-back premiers for a reason, haven't you? You've got some quality in your side, and I actually like Dye forward. Yeah, I like him inside the forward 50.
An elite kick.
He is. He's one of those guys that might only get 12 touches, but he might kick you 2 or 3 goals for the game.
Couldn't agree more. That was elite. That kick by Jack Dye.
Under pressure.
Gets him back to within 8 points. Wide. Another clearance. Mark it down on that stat sheet. 50-50 contest. Here comes Callum Grundy. High up and under kick towards the goal line. And Grundy! From Callum Grundy.
He's been good today.
He's been good. And it's back out to 14 points, 8-11-59 to 6-9-45, and that was a great goal by Cal Grundy.
I hate to harp on it, boys, but where did it start from?
Who got the man? The man in the middle, mate.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
Yep.
If you boys don't give him Matthews patrol.
Well, it's been...
We'll have to
think about it.
It's a Peter Bosch Bridgestone player today as well.
It's a big statement, but this has been one of the more dominant performances I've seen here play for a long time.
And I'm telling you, if I go back and look at the votes in Maskell Medal and he doesn't get through votes today...
Yeah, we've got some issues.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, I'm going to go to Hilly. I'm going to Hilly.
Jackson Grundy didn't get a vote last year.
Yeah,
I'm going to check. I'm checking this going. I'll mark this one down.
Great smother.
Hey, listen, Rooster's not done with that yet. Here's young Ellerton. He's a good young kid. Handball comes out to Irving. He squares it up. Beautiful kick there to Rantel. Rantel's just there outside 50. Squares one in, looking for Bex. Goes through a couple of sets of hands. Big fist by the big truck. Chopper, he's got to beat 4. Rooster's got plenty of players around. Contest could have been taken high. Umpire Lockheed says no. 14-point lead to the Eagles. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matco. Mick Finnegan, Port Free Water. What's the latest, Mick?
It's all over here. Port Free good winners in the end. Port Free 12-9-81. Warrnambool 7-7-49.
Beautifully done, Mick. Let's go to Ants Marnie. What's the latest, Ants?
Yeah, no, Cobden are coming home with West Armstrong, boys. At the moment, it's 11.5 minutes gone, and Cobden within 2.5 goals. It's 17-10-112 to 14-9-93, and Cobden a 4-runner.
The Bombers are charging. Nicholson on the left foot. Oh, tell you what, just missed to the left. He's a bit ginger too. Is the Prince as he gets up. He's been good again today. He's just a little bit sore. Let's go to Bobby Thomas. Hamilton's been camping out a lure over. What's the latest, Bob?
Yeah, 5 minutes into the third quarter. Kangaroos 64, Magpies 39.
So Hamilton Kangaroos, they are leading the way up there, and the Portland Tigers
all over
14-15-99 all over 8-17-65. The Bloods still game on here.
Look at the South players here.
Plenty of Roosters around that contest. Blackie Irving goes short, going back. That was courageous by Scoble. Spinning out of the pack was Dye. Kicks forward. Oh, look who's on the end of it. Lukey Wines. He's been magnificent, Hilly.
Yeah, and a beautiful kick to Harris, and a bit of cramp in that forward 50 for the Roosters with Reece Scoble. Here comes O'Brien. He's got a bit of room and space. The kick's good there, and over the top McKinnon. He's got Grundy if he's quick enough to get the ball, or it's Higgins. And he finds Cal Grundy. Now Grundy can run and play on, or he can just go back behind. No,
down the full.
Out on the full.
Just wonder if they want to keep possession here a little bit.
Innocent mark taken there by Matty Wines. So he might just take his time here and milk it a little bit.
Yeah, you would.
14 points the margin. It's 8-11 to 6-10. And Matty Wines, he's going to go short via foot. And he finds Will Brennan.
I reckon Vards will be
and he's going to work it back to Keith. And it's a dangerous kick. And
didn't like that one tilt.
I don't mind. I thought that was a little bit too close to this one.
Oh, going back now at nearly the half-back line of Noski. Now he's going short to Wines. Now it's Luke. So he'll go shorter again.
And go back if he wants to here.
So Wines and Noski just sort of sitting comfortably.
Yeah, take it long down the line, you'd think.
And so I think it might have been Harris goes long to half forward. They fly high. No one can bring down the mark. And I reckon a stoppage is going to occur. No one can get it out of that.
Actually, milked probably a minute off the clock there. They'd take that.
So 28, nearly 29 minutes gone. It's 13 points to the margin. 59 to 46 in favour of the home side, the Eagles.
Well, an entertaining game of football.
Not spectacular, but it's been a tight physical contest.
It has. It's been nice and physical in really hot conditions.
And you couldn't knock the endeavour from either side at all.
Well, other hand to Irving. Little chip kicker over the top there to Rhodes. So the youngsters combining there. Rhodes goes inboard to Stevens. Stevens has got a running Gallichan. And he's got Allerton further afield. Look at that. Really good play by the young kid there, Allerton. And the ball goes out of bounds and we're going to have a ball up. So
Marty Stevens cramping, boys. Look at him.
He's ran.
He cramped when he done that smother before, which is a great piece of play.
29 and a half minutes gone here. There's a lot of cramping out there.
How long this quarter do you think, Hilly?
I wouldn't think it'd be too much longer.
So boundary throw in again. No one really wins that one. Irving's been good in this last couple of minutes. He gets it to Rhodes. Over the top to Jenny Henderson. Kick forward. Who's the good mark?
Is that Noonan?
I reckon it might be Noonan. He's been good too in game number 2 for the Roosters. Goes back. He knows there's not much time on the clock. So this is to bring the margin back to 7 points. So all of a sudden, so Noonan comes in, kicks on its way. It's a goal. And I tell you what, we've ticked over 30 minutes here. So it is back, and we hope this scoreboard's right. 8-11-59 the Eagles. South Warrnambool 7-10, 52. So if that is right, it is a 7-point game.
Interesting to see whether the Eagles start with a spare across half-back here. Or maybe back, 30 metres out from the goal square.
And there's one goes back, I think, on cue.
I think the captain's gone back. It's interesting because he has been dominating centre clearances.
So the captain's gone back. And into the ruck will be young Lockie Wines. He's going to go up against Henderson. So Henderson, this centre clearance is so pivotal. It's a 0-all draw.
Stoppage is pretty pivotal too, I think, isn't it?
There can't be long to go. We've ticked over 31 minutes. Has been a few goals kicked in this final term. So umpire McNaughton.
The Eagles will just try to keep this in close here, boys.
So Wines and Henderson, big fist that time. Irving's been really impressive in this last 10 minutes. Henderson tries to get taken high. There's still life in this. So Freddie Atchison, he plays on quickly. Bangs it long. Beck says gonna fly. Big pack of players. Scobell at the bottom of the pack. He's happy to get tackled and take one for the team, Hilly.
Beautiful work. So half forward, the Roosters. Wines in there. And there's just so many players around that contest. Still alive. No one looking to get a clear ball out.
How long to go, boys?
So we've ticked over 32.
Couldn't be more than 30 seconds, could they?
How nervous do you reckon Vards would be watching on at home?
Yeah, I still reckon he's got the volume down.
Wines up against Henderson. Still locked in. Not going anywhere.
They can't get Archie Stevens back on the deck here either.
No, well, they're so far inside 450. No one there to swap. So 32 minutes ticked over. 7 points the margin. Still 2 kicks. Wines in there. And again, wrapped up. They're asking the question and not getting the answer they wished for, the Roosters.
He just took the tackle there too, didn't he? It was risky.
I think he's pretty tired.
So let's go again. So the tap down from Wines. Nervous moments here. They need one here. The Roosters are able to shark one. Can they get it out, the Eagles?
32, nearly 33 minutes gone here, Hilly.
Yeah, they need to try to manufacture some space here, the Roosters.
A lot of players around this contest.
Whether they can get someone on the fly through with this stoppage.
Needs a big fist from somebody. Lucky Wines is in there. It stacks on the middle once again. They're just bottling it up beautifully here. They've been enormous all day, both these teams. In particular, the tackling pressure and the smothers and the 1%ers from the Eagles.
A lot of smothers from both sides.
There's Lockie Wines, wins it down, coming through there was Couch, dispossessed, Nicholson's there. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds. We're going to have a ball up now. This is where you can get a little bit of speed and get the ball into the corridor. Someone to run onto it.
See if they can try to flip one over the back here, Stewie.
So boundary throwing. It's going to be Henderson up against Lockie Wines. Ball bouncing. There's Irving. He's been dangerous. High up and under. Big contest in the goal square. Happy to see it through for minor score. So,
goal the difference.
One straight kick the difference now.
Just on 34-minute quarter, boys.
34 minutes gone, Hilly.
Wow. Big quarter, big game. Luke Wines. Will his go-to kick go?
I think he's going to go long to a contest for sure.
He's had a lot of it. So 6 points the margin, 8-11 to 7-11.
Sort of milk a bit of clock here.
Doesn't seem to be short on anywhere for him. He's going to have to go long to a contest.
So he's going to go long and he goes towards that centre wing position. They fly. Ground ball. Stephen still waiting on that boundary line. Who's got the football in hand? It's the Eagles. And it's out in front. There's the siren. And the Eagles just get it done by 6 points. 8-11-59 to South Warrnambool 7-11-53. A hard-fought contest. And the Eagles make it 2 in a row for season 2025.
That was a very, very good victory in the end by the North Warrnambool Eagles. Without their coach, the big man Nathan Vardy, they had to fight really hard, and the Roosters just kept coming all day. They never give up.
Yes.
As we go for it, Kelly.
Oh, pretty happy with the skippers going on, Blackie. Yeah, mate. Just a credit to their pressure, wasn't it? They just had to manufacture something different without Vardy, without Dylan, without Tom Batten to play as the key forward. And they did it really well, and they probably built their game on pressure today.
But what about Liam Ryan, boys? 1 from 1.
1 from 1, yeah. Can't do much more than that. It's pretty easy going. Coaching.
He must be just thinking, Blackie, you might just grab Liam quickly, mate. Downstairs.
Congratulations, 1 from 1, mate. It's pretty easy this coaching game.
I don't know about that, mate. I was a bit nervous at the end, but no, credit to the boys. They stuck to the task really well.
Tough game, wasn't it? A lot of pressure, a lot of tackling, no easy one-on-ones.
No, look, we got a lot of respect for South. They're a great side, so we fully expected it to come into the last quarter, last minute, and it did. So,
and Vard's in the ruck. I don't think he'll get that back. I think Adam Morris can keep that, can't he?
Adam will love to hear that, so we'll tell him during the week.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Good man. Thanks, Blakers.
What a good player Liam Ryan was too. And isn't it good to see him stepping into the coaching ranks today?
Well done. He would have been awful nervous as he said in the last 10 minutes, but yeah, you're right, sure. He was a quality player. And
there's Mrs. Ward. She's got the mascot. I'll tell you what, you should be proud of your sons today. They've done enormous.
They did.
They've done enormous.
Yeah, and as I said, I think they built that game and that victory on pressure.
Hey, can we just give a shout out to the North Warrnambool Eagles today? They look after us here unbelievably well. The ROT was magnificent as always, so thank you very much. Thank you. The setup out here, it's not an easy thing for them to do. They have to bring the truck in, and it's been A1 as always. So, no, we appreciate it. And Blackie, you are down there ground side. Can you go and get him? See if he's got any energy to talk, mate. Adam Wines, fair dinkum, because he will be absolutely knackered.
Right, I'll just run out a bit of room here, but I'll wait till he gets over here.
It's not a bad description how he'd be feeling this week. I think you're right, mate. Yeah.
He's been enormous. He's been enormous. He's been neighbour too. All former Eagles faithful. They're up and about too. What wouldn't they be? Chopper's mother-in-law.
We're always wrong. That's okay. I tell you what, it's good for Hampton League footy now. When you do, if you were doing tips, there's going to be a different outcome every week.
Let's go to Blackie. I think you got the man of the moment, mate.
I've got him. He'd have to be buggered, mate. In the ruck, mate. Fantastic. I don't think Vars will get his job back, really.
Yeah, he'll get it back. Don't worry about that. He can have it.
Tough game, mate. A lot of contested play. Not much easy play there.
Nah, it always is tough out at Bushfield. It's smaller oval, so it's a bit more contested, which helps early in the year with the legs. But we've got a solid young team, and they got legs, these boys, so it's good.
And mate, your fitness, you ran the game out really well. You were in buggered on a hot day.
Yeah, it was warm, but yeah, I've always backed my fitness in anyway.
Mate, and Lukey was good too, your brother, and I think Snoozer's got to pick it up a bit, doesn't he?
He's all right. We've carried him for a little bit. He's carried us for 15 years, so probably due.
And mate, your young players, as you said, really good. Zach Everett was good, Harris was good. Lucky Wines finished off with a great goal.
Yeah, well, they've all probably earned their chance, really, haven't they? They've played a year in the Resies or the 18s when, if we didn't have such a strong team, they would have been in most others. So they've all earned it, which is good, and yeah, we're cruising out here.
Mate, congratulations. Well done. Great effort.
Thank you.
Hey, Blackie, and too, shout out to, we've got Nico's partner, Carly Denny. She's heavily pregnant. She's got a couple of months to go, I think, as Carly. And,
I think they're due in June.
Yeah, so the big man. And, you know, he was very good again today, Dan Nicholson, for Southern. Archie Stevens was brilliant. Jay Rantel was fantastic.
I thought Sam Rhodes was a real
Sammy
standout.
Rhodes.
Leo Eldon, just when he had the football in hand, he looked sound as well. So I like a lot of the kids that South have brought in, and South don't bring them in for the sake of bringing them in. They know that they'll come in and do a job. So yeah, great opportunity for Rhodes and Allerton. Yeah, some really young guns that are exciting to watch.
That was a good victory by the North Warrnambool Eagles. It was only, the scoreboard, official scoreboard up there is saying it's 5 points, the final margin. So I presume that is correct. So a goal would have won it for South Wait. That is unbelievable. So yes, we will try and get Blackie down to the rooms. Who's just having a bit of a chat.
Roman Blackie.
They'll sing this song. Listen to the fans in there, boys.
Got me, boys. No.
Hopefully we can get that song. Just when you get a lot of people in there, it's just a little bit... You're struggling a little bit there, boys, but we'll try it. Oh, it's shutting when you can't get it in it. Good crowd. Well done to the North Warrnambool Eagles. Magnificent victory. They took the 4 points today. They lost the grand final last year in a tight one, but they bounced back without their coach today, Nathan Vardy. That was a very, very good win. We're going to come back and dissect things on the other side of this. This is the post-game. All thanks to Conquest Pools in Warrnambool.
Broadcast partners: Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.